Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in the Doki Doki Club Meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. Woo, going into episode 8 now. Welcome to the stream, ProCube. We got here before I even started. Yeah, I guess I'll just jump right into it. Where did I even leave off? I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna click on here. A tough day inside Sayori's head. Oh no. MC bakes with Natsuki. Oh, interesting. Yuri shows off her spooky DDLC mod. Ooh, okay. I made the comment in the chat over in the Discord. Hey, Lurkasera, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I made the comment in the chat that I expected them to break into song because this is the one where they're supposed to be writing poems based on songs, but I sort of forgot that we were going to get the Yuri's Lovecraftian horror moment. So we'll see how that goes. Wake up. Wake up. I'm already going to be 50 minutes late. There's... Oh no. Sayori's rain clouds. Oh no. Hey, Dev is here. Welcome to the stream. It's definitely not the best club-made mod, but it is the first one. Yeah. Well, time will tell. There's no point. No. Already with this? I can't go through this whole battle today. Why do you even want to go? School is meaningless and stupid. Much like yourself. Shut up. Come on, get up. You do need to get up. What? Does this say love? What is this? Is this going to switch to a reveal that she's in bed with Kenzo here? Beiju Sweet, welcome to the stream. Doki, indeed, yes. Wanted to ask, is it okay to DM you about a modding question or two? Yeah, by all means, absolutely. I mean, I haven't... it's been a couple years since I've been moderator of the modding community, but... yeah, I'm always glad to help out people with modding questions. I've been doing that for like close to 5 years now. Yeah, I've been running the beginning modders guide for DDLC since late 2018. So yeah, it's been almost 5 years. Only one Doki? Illegal, just one. Yeah. Yeah, this scene here is already reminding me of there was a meme thing I saw where it said proposal, escape room. You're lying in bed and you have 1 hour to get out of bed. Yeah, basically it was a meme about depression. Try my new game, Doki Doki Literature Club. Sorry, Doki Literature Club. Okay, it's good old DLC. So they'd be like, yeah, no kidding, right? Been doing it a year, and I only just now learned about MPT. Other than that, it's only been me and the core game. You're clearly a veteran compared to me, so thank you for permission. I will try to avoid drowning you with questions. I'm back. Welcome back. Sounds half-hearted? Oh, yeah. MPT, very cool. It is very cool. It's like, once you've learned the basics and ins and outs of how it operates, it does make things go faster, and it also gives you a lot more versatility in what kinds of expressions and poses are allowed and so on. You can also, there's some pretty goofy options in there if you're making a comedy mod, but it also works for serious mods too. Anyway, moving right along. You've always subconsciously relied on him to get you up when you can't. It's very unkind to rely on him to do that now. Really, you should never have done so to begin with. Must be a burden on him to have to struggle to get you up some mornings. Yes, exactly. Guess I really am a burden on him. Of course you are. But that was the whole point. Now I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting at in the last episode. Like, she's pursuing Kenzo just to help push MC away. Supposedly, presumably, in some kind of misguided idea of being less of a burden to him. So I kind of wonder, like, what effect that his last comment on her would have had in yesterday's episode when he said, like, it doesn't matter. I care about you and concerned to you no matter what relationship we have, whether romantic or friends or what. Like, I'm still gonna care about you. So now she's like, well, crap. Now I'm in an unhappy relationship with someone I don't care about, and I didn't solve the problem I was trying to solve. MC's good as long as you have a keen eye for what generally looks strange. Yeah. True. Yeah. Some things just don't complement each other with MPT tool. That is true. Yeah, some of the default expressions are kind of weird. Personally, I switched some of them up. There are ways of changing what the default expressions are. So I messed around with that a bit in my own mods. No idea what any of that even means. The only thing I know how to use it for is more versatility with facial expressions, and it hasn't failed me yet. Cool. There you go. Hey, it sounds like you're off to a good start there, Casero. Anyway, moving on. And I stopped being a burden without traumatizing everyone by killing myself. That's true about that. No, shut up. Shut up. It's really a... Really, it's just a matter of calculating. No, out. That thought goes away. Picture disappearing, gone. What thought? It's a matter of calculating. What was that about to say? He stopped being some kind of burden to him, it's true. But now I'm more like a dagger through his heart. Yeah? Yep, pretty much. He's hurting very badly. Today is a club day today, remember? What about how he'll feel when he sees you there? He said he's getting better. He's lying to you. Or at least he wants you to think he's getting a lot better than he actually is. He's trying to protect your feelings. I wish he wouldn't. Your feelings aren't worth protecting compared to his. Yeah. But anyway, I should focus on Kenzo today. We're supposed to eat lunch together today. Do you think he knows you're trying to protect his feelings? Good question. Kenzo? Why would he think that? Wait, was the talking about Kenzo or MC here? Stop pretending you don't know who you're thinking about. Yeah. Part of the reason for doing this was that I wouldn't have to think so much about him. Why do I have to keep thinking about him? Why do you think? No. Well, at least now he doesn't have to keep stressing about getting me up in the morning, or waking up to walk me to school. He's free to live his own life. No more Sayori to weigh on his mind. Oh, I guess this is a text message. Hey, the teachers usually don't like it when you walk in a half hour late. Oh, has he taken to texting her in the morning? Sayori's lying to herself and trying to avoid the subject. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that. Why? Gosh, there he is, waiting outside. I hope he's not too late because of me. What time is it anyway? I'm so late! So he runs over to her dresser, but trips over her backpack, left on the floor, and immediately tumbles to the ground. Ow! She runs to their bathroom, taking a 30-second shower, spends 15 seconds brushing her teeth, runs a comb roughly through her hair once, and then starts getting dressed. What can you do in 30 seconds? Hardly seems worth it at that point. I'd probably just, splash soapy water under my arms in the sink if I only have that amount of time. Oh well. Wait, where did I put my bow? Wait, wasn't she already wearing it? Good question. I took it off when I took a shower and it's not where I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay, ready to go. Do I remember everything? Oh, we missed out on seeing a sprite with her without her bow. You're keeping him waiting. I think I have everything. Ah, except my poem. Where did I put my poem? She starts rummaging through various notebooks and scraps of paper laying on her desk. How can one person possibly be so useless? I don't have time for that right now. Jeez. Got it. Okay, let's go. She starts to run out of the room, trips over her backpack again, falls and cuts her shin on her bedstand. Oof. Wait. Run out of her room, trips. Wait. Her bedstand. Like, wait. Which piece of furniture are you referring to? Is it bed stand? Like, theoretically, that you're referring to the thing next to the bed, which is in the corner. How did you trip on, hit your shit on that running out of the room? I don't know. That one meme where Sari is completely unrecognizable without her bow. She's standing by that dresser, obviously. Sure, we'll go with that. Location continuity is hard. Yeah, I feel ya. In Doki Doki Storm, there are a lot of references to Yuri's bedside table, but the background image I ended up choosing doesn't actually have a bedside table. Like I was considering like getting it edited to have a bedside table, but it's like that's too much work for a silly little thing. It's like kind of like who really cares? I got the knife rack in there. That was good enough for me. DLC modders have spatial awareness challenge. Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Man, I almost forgot my backpack. Sorry. Going to be super late, you know, doofus. Doofus, is that a new nickname now? I know, I just had a really hard time getting up. Oh, that's okay. I was just giving you a hard time. Oh, is this from her perspective, like through her eyes now? It was like looking in on her before. These switches in perspective are confusing. Anyway. I know sometimes it's tough for you to get out of bed. I brought you a chocolate muffin in case you're hungry. Muffin. Part of that spatial awareness challenge. Oh, that's so nice of you. Muffin. Sari starts to reach out her hand for the muffin. Wait, this isn't right, is it? You're breaking his heart on purpose and you're going to take snacks from him? Are you sure? Wow, Sari, are you okay? It's like, you're turning down a muffin? What? Normally I would expect that you'd have eaten the whole muffin in one bite along with part of my hand. Yeah, it's just... Is this okay? Us being like this still? It seems wrong to me somehow. Because in addition to breaking his heart, this is all a wasted time for him anyway, trying to help you. And his cheerfulness is probably a facade for your benefit. I just worry that I don't really deserve any of this. News at 11. Sari irrationally thinks she's not worth being treated well. It's not just my depression. I just shouldn't really expect that you'd stick around and support me still. Because it can so. And even if you did, I have no right to expect that things could be the same as they were. But that's what you want, right? Thank you, MC. Like, I was just thinking that, like, well, what do you want, Sayori? Like, I was just thinking that, and like, good for him for putting that into words. Because I mean, this is a whole lot of Sayori's insecurities talking here, I guess. I mean, it would be probably perfectly understandable if this is her just kind of fishing for reassurance. You know, consciously or unconsciously, it would make sense for her to do that in the circumstances, I think. But I'm glad MC like called her out on it directly and like, yeah, but okay, but what do you want? Like, is that what you want? Anyway, that's what you've always wanted with us, for things to be the same as they've always been. yeah, then that's how it'll be. If it'll help you be happy, then I'll cheerfully... Don't put it that way. If MC, that comes across as passive aggressive. I'll cheerfully be friend zoned, really. You know, I said it before. I'll say it again. Like that whole notion of being friend zoned doesn't sit well with me. I mean, being friends should be a good thing in my books. Like the like this word has so much baggage attached to it. Like it's typically used as a negative. Sorry, MC, like Kenzo is the alpha male. Yeah. Teenagers struggle with effective communication film at 11. Haha, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, considering that this word has negative connotations, this sentence comes across as really passive-aggressive. And nobody likes it when people are passive-aggressive. Just saying. Anyway, moving on. That's not what I'm doing. Yeah, I'd never friend-zone you. I just push you far away for your own benefit. I can't tell him that. It's really alright with me. If things being normal is what you need, then that's all I need to know. Melting. Okay. Although, now I feel a little awkward. Yeah, I mean, the leisure, or is it le? Wait, what does it mean when there's a circumflex accent over a J? I don't actually know how that's pronounced. Maybe it's le? I'm sort of presuming this is supposed to be love, but it's like distorted because her feelings are. I'm presuming this is sort of a representation of the distortion of her feelings, and it's not the same voice as the rain clouds, which are just saying feel bad. You feel bad now. This is when you should feel bad. This is more like it's trying to be considerate about his feelings at some point, and melting. It's an expression of her feelings of love or something. Glitchx makes some interesting choices sometimes, but yes, the other options. Maybe this is lore. This is the deep lore behind Sari's feelings. Ringfoot name equals glitch text 4. Glitch text ever write actual words? Glitch is comprised entirely of non-ASCII characters, to my knowledge. It's a whole lot of gobbledygook. There is one of the files. Shoot, I can't remember what the file. There is a file among the RPY files which has a complete listing of all characters used in the glitch text. It's going to bug me if I can't remember what the name is. I think it's this one, glitchtext.rpy. There you go. Yeah, glitchtext.rpy. And there's that file is a very short file. It has a complete list of every character in the pool that the game draws from whenever it draws glitch text. It just picks random characters out of that list there. Let's just start at line 8. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. If it writes actual words, it's totally a coincidence because it picks them randomly. This name is L glitch text 2 E. That's what I thought. That's what I figured. Just automatic link formatting. Yeah. That's Valo. If I can write swears with glitch text, I will too. Sure. Anyway, we will sue. Oh, okay. Okay, moving on. Well, now I feel awkward. Well, what did you write your poem about for today? Did you pick a song to rewrite? Yeah, I like to save my poems for the club, though. Otherwise, you'll probably think of everything that's wrong with it between now and then. Oh, by the way, I asked Yuri to walk with me today. I kind of figured you wouldn't want to. Yeah, sorry. It's like, gosh darn it, Sayori. like, you get the definite feeling she wants him to not walk with her, but she wants it to be his decision to do it. Like, she's trying to push him away without actually pushing him away. Like, because it's just she just has this roundabout way of processing her needs because she's uncomfortable expressing her own needs. Both trying so hard to make it not be awkward, and then both actually making it awkward again so hard. Yeah, exactly. Like I said before, I'll say it again. Awkwardness feeds itself. You just kind of have to steamroll on, just zip on right past that awkward moment. If you want it to not be awkward, like Sayori repeatedly bringing it up over and over again here. She's making it more awkward. You're making it more awkward, Sayori. Nope, you're making it worse now. Anyway, I kind of figured you wouldn't want to. Why do you always put your index fingers together like that when you get nervous? Force of habit, I guess. I'm making a house. Anyway, well, understandable assumption from you, I guess. And I'm perfectly happy for her to come with us. Jealousy, grr. Oh, you shut up. Great, but let me have that muffin. And then she actually ate some of the muffin wrapper. Well, I'm glad to see you both are staying close friends. Yeah, MC has been really nice. I'm really lucky to have such a good friend. Oh man, it's getting too sappy again. Let's change the subject. He wants to change the subject because he is in a lot of pain. He doesn't want to talk about this anymore. He needs a distraction. So, it's only a month until summer vacation. What are you guys gonna do? Hell, Dan, I will sue. Sure. I'm probably just going to stay in, read, write, code. I'm going to stay and play so many video games, or maybe read manga. Natsuki gave me a bunch of good recommendations. Aw man, you guys are so boring. What's this judgment from Sayori here? I'm going to spend several months making summer vacation episodes you exist in? Yeah. Sorry, did I? Is that part of the soundtrack, or is it? I just heard a bird chirping. I wasn't sure if that's part of the soundtrack or it was coming from outside. Anyway, moving on. They're both being shut-ins. Well, if you guys aren't going to go out and do fun things, you guys should at least be shut-ins together. Oh, for goodness sakes. Is Siri trying to set up MC and Yuri together? Like, do not put bird chirping in there? Okay, I think I was coming from outside then. It was momentarily hard to tell. So the headphones. Here goes Sayori you're making it awkward again. Like, making it awkward again. Like, she's just an awkward steamroller. An awkward. Sorry, that I'm conflating my metaphors now. She's just an awkward machine. Alright, moving on. MC, you should totally hang out at Yuri's house this summer. Wow, Sayori using the H word. You can show her the world of video games, and she can teach you coding. I'm not sure I could deal with the lack of solitude. Gross, she'd be totally fine with it, and she wants, and look at her blush. She might just be blushing because it's an awkward question, plus who cares if she is? You do. Shut up. I was one trying to push them together in the first place. Well, you guys should at least get out of your houses a little. We should all get together and do the club outside somewhere. Yeah, and the next thing you'll tell me is that I should be at a beach or hot springs. Yuri blushing. Unstoppable font of awkwardness, yeah. I'm not sure that's a good idea either. It's a joke, Yuri. The trope is that every anime has to have an episode where all the characters go to a beach or a hot spring. A hot springs? No. I mean, when it said a hot springs the first time, I thought maybe that was just a typo. Like it was supposed to be a hot spring, or go to hot springs. I don't know. Is hot springs like a collective noun? It's a usage choice. Yeah, fair enough. Uh, hot springs. Yeah, that's how I take it. Yeah, fair enough. Sounds like a thinly veiled excuse for fan service. We're using that joke again. I guess the first time that Monica used that joke, it was part of the framing mechanism for the compilation. So it wasn't yeah. This is the first use of the joke, exactly. Yeah, basically. But also they're often slow character building episodes where the characters strengthen their personal bonds, so they're a lot of fun. But hey, I'm supposed to be putting pressure on you guys to get out and do stuff. Stop distracting me. The group walks off towards school. After a moment, Natsuki emerges from behind a tree. She's trying to push them together, but she will fail. For one thing, MC is still way too into her from the looks of things, even if Yuri didn't hate the idea of being with MC, though maybe that's a bad read on my part. In any event, Yuri's way too awkward and really does like her solitude. Minimal effort is probably required to keep them apart. Oh, here goes Natsuki scheming now. Oh dear. On the other hand, I still don't see any way to get Sari back with MC. Clearly, I need to learn more about Kenzo and her relationship with him. This is so many people making so many bad ideas in this mod, which that's part of what moves the plot forward. So it's all good. No complaints. I think the compilation is sort of the punchline of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, makes sense. Natsuki dictating all this into a tape recorder. Sure. That's tape recorder. That's very retro. I mean, nowadays I think she'd be dictating into her smartphone. I mean a note on her phone. Yeah, exactly. I'm not ancient. I remember tape recorders. I used to have I used to have a tape recorder for dictating stuff. But yeah, digital recordings took. I was a little slow to have digital recordings take over, and slower yet to get a smartphone. But yeah. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is the tape recorder reference is relatable. Moving on. Yeah, learn about Ken's relation with them. I mean, if your goal is to separate them, I mean, I guess that's the logical next step. All right, let's see where this goes. Isn't this whole thing you're doing kind of creepy, Natsuki? I mean, we're following them around to analyze their behavior. Why is Monica going along with this? All right. It seems a tad stalkerish. It is sort of funny that all five of them are currently at this moment walking to school together, only not all knowing that they're together. Anyway. This is critical, Monica. They were meant to be together. Like, literally, they were created that way, and it offends me to see them not fulfill their destiny with each other. Oh boy. Natsuki getting too caught up in tropes and stuff. I think I mentioned it before. It's funny. It's a little funny that Natsuki's doing this here because she kind of does a bit of that in my own mod, Turquoise, my upcoming mod, Turquoise. I think I mentioned that before. So she's nothing if she isn't consistent, I guess. He just has such strong force of personality. Monica just shrugs. Yeah. This is just, well, guess I'm going along with Natsuki now. Anyway. Honestly, it doesn't seem like your decision to make. Yeah. Good point, Monica. Look, to put it more plainly, I think they'd be a lot happier together. And I really think that Sayori doesn't actually want to be with Kenzo. She's doing some weird Sayori headspace thing, and we need to find out what it is. And you ship them super hard. And I ship them super hard, yes. Well, Natsuki, you may be right, but I'm still not sure we should interfere. Yeah, there are too many ways it can go wrong. Like, it's such a bad idea, Natsuki. Oh well. Sayori may resent you for meddling in her business. That's a risk I am willing to take. Sayori deserves to be happy, and so does MC. And if that means I have to run the risk of getting her mad at me, so be it. I have to try. Yeah, I guess in Natsuki's mind, she's being a little self-sacrificing on some level. Hmm. Alright. MC looks lost in thought, about to climb the stairs to his first class. Natsuki, I'm the noble one. Yeah, exactly. Hey, wait up a sec, MC. What's up, Natsuki? Glad to see you this early in the morning. I wanted to talk to you about Sayori. We haven't really had a chance to talk about it ever since you told me you were into her, and then that whole thing with Kenzo happened. You feeling any better? A little, I guess. To be honest, though, I'd really rather not talk about it. Yeah, fair. Oh, no way. No, 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 no. You do not get to give me that answer. What? Come on, Natsuki. Come on, Natsuki. I really don't feel like talking about it. I see. Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but you owe me a debt, and I'm calling it in. Wait, really? What? When did MC owe Natsuki a debt? I'm already forgetting. Respect your personal boundaries. Haha. Yeah. Um. I'm drawing a blank now. I I seem to remember there being some talk of owing a favor at some point, but now I can't remember when it was. It was one of the previous episodes. I mean, we're 8 episodes deep into these things. They're kind of running together. Episode 1, I think. Yeah. He made a Faustian bargain in episode 1. Okay, yeah, so it really was way back. All right. Okay. It's funny this is happening actually. Just again, weird, unexpected parallels with Turquoise because Natsuki also has a moment where she says you owe me one and then calls in the favor later. It's very very different circumstances, but anyway. Hey, I didn't promise you that I'd talk to you about my personal life. All I promised All I promised is that all you promised was, and I quote, to be my baking bitch for one evening of baking. And I'm calling it in. I'm going over to your house after school today, and you are going to help me bake. And we are going to talk about your Sayori problem. Or if you refuse to, then you're going to listen to me talk about your Sayori problem the whole time, because I am going to get the two of you back together. I wish you wouldn't. It's just abandoning all subtlety right there. Just abandoning all subtlety, just saying to him right to his face, "I'm gonna get you back." Like, oh boy, Natsuki, master of subtlety, exactly. I wish you wouldn't. I mean, obviously, I'm happy to do what I promised, but I wish you wouldn't try to force anything with me and Sayori. She made her choices, you know. If I'm a good friend who respects boundaries, I should accept that and move on. Shouldn't you accept it too? These are all things we can discuss tonight at your place. Alright, fine. What time do... Hmm? Hey, going over to MC's house? Uh-oh. Oh no. Sayori, master of awkwardness, has arrived. Yeah, you promised to help me bake a while back. Okay, well, first of all, don't ever use the bathroom on the second floor in his house. That one only flushes right like 3/4 of the time. It's not that bad. Second of all, playing Mario Kart with MC is super fun because he plays nice and he doesn't attack you too much. And third of all, Sari whispers something at length into Natsuki's ear. What are these expressions here? What is going on here? Holy shit, Sayori. What? Just something to keep in mind. Okay, I gotta get to class. Bye! Do I even want to know what she said? You do not. I'll see you this evening. What was that? Siri, master of awkward, yeah. Well, that can't be good. Here's the ukulele sound indicating Siri's here, I guess. Teacher's playing an old educational film on a VHS tape. Wow, that's going back. VHS? This day and age? Does this take place in the 80s? Not ancient. I'm just trying to think back. Like even the 90s, like VHS would have been. Well, I mean, it would have been on par in I suppose, you know, for you know, for school systems, particularly like underfunded school systems, might still have VHS players. I sort of imagine the 2000s. That's the, like. I mean, not. I don't know if it isn't on DVD, then I don't know. It is not ancient. Huh? Yeah, teachers should be streaming with their Roku to their smartboard. Huh? Yeah. Sorry. Wow, MC, that's a super radical Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trademark backpack. Yeah. Yeah, cowbunga. MC, you want to listen to my Walkman? Yeah. Yeah, Walkman. That's probably what Natsuki was dictating into earlier. Anyway, moving on. Sayori is not even remotely paying attention. Well, that went as well as expected. Natsuki coming over to MC's house is super romantic potential. Guess MC and Natsuki make more sense than MC and Yuri. Yuri's just a little bit too much of a loner and too cerebral for MC. But Natsuki is more like me in a lot of ways, so she's like a good Sayori substitute for MC. So you admit that what MC wants in a woman is you, and that how compatible someone is with him depends on how much they're like you. Well, it clearly has a type, which happens to be high energy positive girls. Sure. We're also his best friend growing up. Shut up. Yes, the childhood friend romance trope sure is a great one, isn't it? So much support and platonic love for so long. And when they're all grown up, they gain an entirely new appreciation for one another. And everyone around them thinks of how cute and heartwarming it all is. You're his type, Sayori, no one else is. Yeah, the hell with Natsuki, she doesn't know him like you do. The whole thing is stupid. Super romantic potential, not after you whispered whatever the hell into her ear. Yeah, like, whatever was the Sayori said, I mean, it's probably, like, cranked their awkwardness up to 11. Anyway. Way easier way to make yourself unavailable is to just shut yourself in and not talk to him. I've made my plan and I'm sticking to it. Speaking of which, I should probably do something nice with your Kenzo at lunch today. Gosh, I don't even know what he likes to eat. Oh, that's telling. That's telling, Sayori. Yeah. I should just spend some time talking to him. We got together so suddenly that I didn't really learn much about him in the process. I should have tried my hardest to be a good girlfriend, though I don't really know how to do that. I guess you're supposed to be supportive and stuff, but I'm already supportive. More supportive than normal? I know, I'll get him a cookie. Everyone loves cookies, right? Shoot, out of money. But MC usually gives me cookie money if I ask. Oh, wait, no, bad idea. Yeah, you think? You think, Sayori? Man, managing a situation is going to be harder than I thought. Time for break. Guess I'll go see what Yuri's up to. So, now Natsuki has all the knowledge she needs for a successful trip to MC's house. Did she just tell Yuri whatever it is that she told Natsuki? I'm guessing this is a noodle incident moment where we're not going to find out what the thing is that she told Natsuki. Noodle incident being it's a trope. It's a reference to an old Calvin and Hobbes strip. Well, a bunch of strips really. There's the Calvin and Hobbes comic strip from back in the day. Periodically would make reference to the noodle incident, which was a big deal, but no details are ever revealed. She's prepared for the venture. Good Yuri dialogue. Yeah. And what is it that you would consider successful? Well, I figure it's kind of like a date, so hopefully they'll spend a long time talking excitedly to each other, and then I don't know, maybe they kiss. I seem to recall that you were trying to push me and MC together earlier this morning. Yeah, she's Yuri's probably not going to take too kindly to that. It carries unmistakable implications that Sayori sees the girls as interchangeable, and she's not seeing them as people, which is kind of not cool. That she's treating her friends like that. Exclamation points. Are you just pushing him together with any girl who isn't you? Why, well, are you not interested in him? Don't... Yuri, don't let it deflect. Don't let her deflect her like that. Well, I mean, he's a cute boy, but, Gil. I promised that I wouldn't ever take him away from you, you know? In any way. Yeah, but, like, now I have a boyfriend, so you wouldn't be taking anything away. I'm not so sure about that. What does that mean? It's not important, but like I was saying, even though he's a very cute boy, I'm not sure we have a lot of the same interests. The real MC is a lot different from the old MC when he was a player substitute, you know. The real MC is very much your type, I'd say. What? Because he's not as much into a bunch of smart person stuff? No, nothing like that, just different interests. Analysis? Here's a new voice in her head. Lying. She totally thinks she's too intellectual for him. Yeah, probably, but she's trying hard to be nice. I should too. Plus, still sounds like there's a chance to get them together. Emphasize what's appealing about him. I mean, he's a little more than cute, don't you think? He's got those pretty golden eyes, that lust now, that mussy boyish brown hair. That mussy boyish brown hair? She said that out loud. You're sweating now. That adorable smile. That adorable smile? Strong hands. Those strong hands? Sounds like you put a lot of thought into it. No doubt in an effort to thoroughly persuade me. And certainly not because you find him extremely physically attractive yourself. Hadn't even played Disco Elysium when I wrote this. Here, this is getting weird, yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of Disco Elysium. I haven't played it, so if there was a reference in there, I didn't get it. Excuse me. Dot. Right, yeah, all true. Really recommend games 100%. Oh yeah? I'm assuming that this is about to be followed by, you should play Disco Elysium, 100% guaranteed home run. Okay. Sure, hey, I'll add that to my wish list right now. Pulling up Steam. Store. Every time I click on the store button, like that, the Homestar Runner sound plays in my head. Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium, the Final Cut? Final Cut Bundle? Soundtrack and art booklet? I guess it's the one that says Final Cut. $45.49 Canadian. Okay. Add to your wish list. There you go. Boom. Wish listed. No, don't play the ad. The Homestar store. Home store, yeah. I haven't touched the Homestar Runner site in forever. Oh no, OBS disconnected. Check. Is this working? Technical difficulties, just a sec. Is this thing gonna come back? I'm waiting for it to, there it goes. Reconnection successful. Hello, check. Is this thing on? Reload player, okay. Hello. Hello everyone, this is Tormuse. I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's not the first time it's happened. Once in a while, OBS just does that. It just boots me out and then it comes back on again. It's weird. Sometimes I'll go like 6-hour streams and have no problems whatsoever, and sometimes like it'll fail like 8 times in 7 minutes. You know, it's like it's just weird and random. And I don't know what the issue is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there was some outage somewhere. Although I mean, like, yeah, I was gonna say the weather's nice. Well, it's kind of raining. It's threatening to rain out there at the moment. Who knows? Oh well. Are you the Silence Cat avatar on Steam by chance? I am actually, or at least I mean I have yes, I do have a Silence Cat avatar. Added to their friends list. Okay, sure. One new invite. Accept. You have been accepted. An invite sent for no particular reason. Sure, it's cool. Yeah, anyway, where were we? Yeah, sorry for that interruption and distraction and stuff. Yeah, she's going on about MC's physical characteristics to persuade Yuri. Right, yeah, all true, but anyway, the way his bangs drift down right near his eyes. When I grab that hair, just wanna run your hands through it a little. Not now. What do you think about him and Natsuki? Well, they definitely have similar interests. I'm not going to lie, it did seem like there was at least a little bit of a spark there during the scripted game. Was there? I think during my route in the scripted game, I was just mostly happy that anyone was accepting me. Which is why I was into him then. Yeah, that's pretty evident in the original game. I mean, I leaned into that pretty hard when I wrote Doki Doki Storm. That she was just happy to have anyone pay attention to her. She's never had a friend. Yada yada yada. Although DDLC Plus kind of threw a curveball into that notion and retroactively declared, well, actually, Yuri has friends and she meets with a board game group every week. So she's not friendless anymore. She's not a total shut-in, as she says. Excuse me. Anyway, moving right along. Hard to tell if that's true or not, but she believes it. Yuri in the board game club along with Chika Fujiwara? That's a reference I'm not getting. I'm assuming that's lifted from some anime I'm not aware of. So, who knows? But I would say I don't think he'll be pursuing Natsuki anytime soon, no matter whether or not they're compatible. Yeah? I mean, what Yuri said there. Why not? Well, to put it bluntly, he'll be thinking too much about you. But rebound hookups are a thing, right? Sir, I mean, just because you did it doesn't mean everyone's gonna do it. Oh well. Popular culture tells me they are a thing. I mean, yes, it's a thing, that doesn't mean everyone does it. Oh well. And what exactly does he have to rebound from? So you're just churning that awkwardness? Yeah, no kidding. She's an awkwardness factory. With vats full of awkwardness. Open vats full of awkwardness. With catwalks with no railings over top of them. Or something. I don't know. Moving on. Yes, churning that awkwardness. They're being churned in those huge vats. I don't know. I'm taking this metaphor too far. Moving on. Nothing. But if he did, he could rebound with Natsuki. Too cringe for work. Well, Even if there is a spark there, and even if MC weren't still hopelessly head over heels for you, Natsuki would still be sorely tested because she wants the two of you to be together very much. What? Oh, come on, Sari didn't know that? Seriously? Seriously? Sari? You can't be that dense. No way! She's never said anything like that before. I thought it was rather obvious. Well, no need for her to do that anymore. She can give up on that ship. I'm afraid I don't think Natsuki's inclined to give up very easily on anything. Yeah, pretty much. Time to go. Did you finish your part of the mod I wrote? Yeah. Delightful. I can't wait to see how it goes. Will I see you at lunch up here? Nah, today I'm gonna eat with Kenzo, but I'm sure I'll bring him up here before too long to meet you. Have fun then. I'll see you at club. Sari walks back down the stairs into the school. After a moment, Natsuki emerges from behind the air conditioner housing. Natsuki! Always watching. They're going to be at the club session. Natsuki's going to like climb out of one of the desks or something. Oh boy. She's suspended from the ceiling, you know, in the cafeteria in the lunchtime scene, or something. She's counting on me to fall in love with MC. Not likely. Wonder why she's trying to hook everyone up with MC though. Guess she feels bad for him and doesn't want him to be pining for her or something. Still, that's all it is. She's going weirdly out of her way for it. Huh. I'm gonna be so late for class. She has duct tape herself up there. Sure. Sari is sitting in the lunchroom at a table with Kenzo. So anyway, he thinks we ought to replace the entire transmission, but I think that money would better be spent elsewhere, and he's talking about that car they're rebuilding again, him and his friends. I have no idea what he's talking about with any of this stuff, and that would definitely be more trouble than it's worth. So anyway, what we're going to do instead is, hey, I got you a cookie. Sari slides over a single chocolate chip cookie. Thanks? So, right, instead we're going to test drive that one, and then if it works, we'll... nothing. He didn't even eat the cookie. I don't know if he even likes sweets. Say, man, he talks a lot about his special interests, unlike my other friends. Ha ha ha, yeah. So Kenzo's the car guy, I guess. I suppose Natsuki's like hanging from one of these dangly wind chime things here. Oops, I used the H word. What's even the original context for Kenzo's sprites? Well, I mean, he was like, I'm gonna say, I think it was like the second big MC sprite used in the community, in the DDLC modding community. The first sprite, the first MC sprite made was made by username Childish N, who is this kind of grainy looking forward facing sprite that like it had its use for its time. He kind of looks younger than MC is supposed to, and like I said, the image is a little grainy. It wasn't a perfect fit, but it sufficed for a while. There a bunch of mods used that one. This is the next one to come out. This is frequently referred to as the Chad MC. This sprite here. It's been criticized as kind of going too far the other way, like. Whereas the other one looked too young and boyish, she looks like a little too put together for someone who's supposed to be this doofy guy who's a loner and does nothing but play video games and watch anime. Kenzo's meant to be MC, yeah, interesting. Standard MC is just right. Yeah, the MC sprite used in this mod is also made by Childish N, same as the first artist. This one was made by I believe it's Cirque. I believe she was the one who did this one. I think there were some variations and variants that were added by other people, but Cirque did it to make this one. Yeah, it's a cool sprite. Yeah, oh yeah. I use this sprite in Storm actually for one of Yuri's bullies in one scene. Where does Femc fit into this continuum? Good question. Yeah, when did she come out? I don't know. At some point, yeah, when did she come out in the timeline? I'm not sure exactly. There are a couple different versions of Femc. I do know that at some point somebody decided that Femc never wears her blazer, and like there are two versions of Femc sprites where she has her blazer tied around her waist for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why that is. There is a variant where she is wearing the blazer, which was made later on, I think. I used the blazer variant in my Pride mod, which I released yesterday. Which, by the way, I have to comment on the Pride. I mean, I figure I have to mention it at some point. When did she come out according to GTLC? Yeah. Yeah, coming out. Lol. Yeah. You know, I mean, considering it's a Pride mod and has, you know, LGBT folks in it, it's guaranteed to get negative reactions from some people. You know, that's just guaranteed, you know? There's just no way to handle that material without bringing out some people getting hostile over it. With or without some justifications for being hostile about it, which dance around the fact that they just don't like gay people. So you guys on 24 hours top controversial since you were talking about it. Yeah, that was that was interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like somebody's organizing some downvote bombing going on there, because like it was downvoted with it to 0 within seconds of me posting it. Like the one on DDLC, the r/DDLC never recovered. It stayed at 0 since it was posted. The one on DDLC mods fluctuated a bit, but it's actually fluctuating a lot. But yeah, it's gotten up to, it is officially the most controversial post of all time on the DDLC mod subreddit. Like it's in, like you can tell Reddit to sort posts by how controversial they are. Like how the ratio of upvotes to downvotes. It is #1 spot of all time. Just makes me recommend the mod more. Yeah, exactly. You know. And I was joking about this before. Like every time like homophobes make negative comments or whatever on my mods in response to me including LGBT content, I figure, well, that's it. I'm just making the next one gayer, you know, just to spite them. Like, like screw you guys. So I made a mod which is just kind of, you know, just all gay all the time. I mean, Sayori's first line, she rushes out and goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so gay." Like, I put that in. That was the first line I wrote before I knew what the mod is about, just to piss off the homophobes. Like, that line is just purely out of pure spite. You know, I mean, it does have an in-universe explanation for her saying that, as silly a line of it as it is, but it's not too bad. I'm just going to talk more about it. Yeah, you got controversial of all time. Yeah, controversial of all time. Yeah, check it out. If you click on if you go to the subreddit, there's tabs at the top. You can sort the posts by, you know, most upvotes, most controversial, most whatever. There's a whole bunch of tabs there. Click on the controversial one, and then there's a pull down menu. You can say, you know, last 24 hours or last year, and there's one that says all time. Sort it by most controversial of all time. Mine's at the top. The interesting thing about that is I also have the not to brag or anything. The number one upvoted post of all time is my post for Doki Doki Storm. So I have the number one spot and the number one controversial spot. I have the most upvotes and the most downvotes. Like, that's like, how did I do that? It's kind of wild. It's like the past day it's just been pretty wild. Looking at the comments, I mean, not to downplay the implications that come with so many homophobic people posting, because you know, okay, I'm like some of them are just they're just teenagers who want to pick a fight for the sake of picking a fight. Some of them are bringing up actual I don't know if I should say this. There's at least one person bringing up actual Nazi talking points, like, you know, genocide, eugenics, trying to weed out the genetically weak, etc. That sort of stuff. Like, some pretty hardcore like Nazi talking points in there. And not to mention, you know, there's another guy who's comparing gay people to pedophiles. There's some pretty harsh, like, homophobic, transphobic, all kinds of phobic stuff in there. In addition to people who are just being jerks. And I'm trying to accept it in good humor, but there is this uncomfortable undercurrent of, you know, like, I'm trying to laugh it off, but like, maybe I shouldn't be making light of it. There's some truly awful sentiments being expressed in there, you know. Like, I don't regret putting the mod out. Like, I think it was the right thing to do, and I think the more complaints and so on that I get about it, the more justified I feel in having put it out. Sorry, I'm falling behind the chat here. I'm going on my usual rambly tangent here. The mod they don't want you to see. The mod that had girls kiss too much. As you can see, this mod is very straight recommended to queer folks. Sure, yeah. Here's the are you good with this mod test? Yeah, oh, exactly. I'm so gay line, yeah. Does have an in-universe explanation, yeah, that was good to see in final. Yeah. Hey, where's the controversial filter? I'm not seeing this? Oh, really? The controversial filter might only be there on old Reddit or something. I've been on old Reddit for ages. I don't like the look of the new Reddit design personally. Crazy how normal DDLC reception was better than DDLC mod reception. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say about that. I kind of expected negative reactions to DDLC mods. I've been saying this for years. It's I've observed that in the DDLC modding community, there's more, frankly, there's more bigotry than in the DDLC mods community as a whole. Like there's, I don't know, it's just concentrated there for some reason. You know, and which is unfortunate, and it contributes to an atmosphere where people are really reluctant to, to introduce LGBT content into the community. Like even before GGLC, Gay Lesbian Club, was released yesterday, I've heard from a number of people who said that they want to release a mod that includes a same-sex ship, but they're afraid of the reaction to it. And it's sad. I can't really blame them for being reluctant to do it. I mean, I try to set an example, I guess. But man, like the comments that I've been getting just in the last 24 hours, like looking through it, like holy crap, this I don't know, this community is too much. Like there's so much toxicity, like over a piece of frickin' fan fiction. Like I released a Pride themed mod for Pride Month. Like that shouldn't be controversial, I would think. Like holy crap, like it's just the community's just blowing up over it. Like it's just the comments I'm just still a bit of disbelief about it. Have no fear, make queer content. Yeah. I mean, I try not to be disillusioned about it. As much as I say, oh, there's so much bigotry in the community, it's like there are good people there too. Like I've made good friends in the DDLC modding community. People that if when I ever get around to like saying goodbye to the DDLC community, I intend to keep in touch with if I can. Yeah, like I don't know. But even so, it just reinforces the feeling of like what am I doing here? I mean, like I can do whatever to try to be a little beacon of light in the middle of this this shitstorm going on here, but like I don't know. It's probably be a good thing on multiple levels if I just move on to other like non-DDLC projects. Like it's ridiculous. You want, if other people don't like it, then well, haha, that's their fault. Yeah. Make a new gay modding community. Yes. GMC. Gay modding club. There you go. Yes. Oh yes. That's perfect. 2 years ago, when the whole situation with Camp and Carl went down, like my friends and I formed the LMC Literature Modding Club, which was supposed to be like a backup community if DDMC completely fell apart, or imploded, or disappeared altogether, which looked very likely because Carl was doing some really bad shit. So like we created it as a backup. Fortunately, DDMC didn't implode, so LMC just kind of ended up being just this quiet little modding community kind of thing, which kind of petered out and we quietly closed down. Maybe I should bring that back, just rename it to GMC. That would be hilarious. Genius idea, yeah. I'm joking, of course. I don't think I'd actually do that. I mean, like seriously, it's probably best if like LMC just stays just faded into obscurity, because just because of all that stuff last year with Logocus, and bring everything up again, and like just basically him trying to bring drama from DDMC into the LMC. It's just like that whole experience it's just one of, like I said before, it was sort of a microcosm of the toxicity of the DDMC community in general, that there's always someone trying to pick a fight there, you know. And I don't really want to redraw attention to that again, you know. Like I try to laugh it off, like haha, look at all the homophobes fuming about it and so on, but I've also talked to a couple of people who were, you know, LGBT folk who were distressed by the comments that some of those people were making, and they don't see it as a laughing matter, and I don't blame them. And as much as I try to laugh it off and try to be in good humor about it, because you kind of have to stay sane, it's on some level it's not really a laughing matter. Yeah, some people in the KDDSC community I'm in have bounced around the idea of modding, but nothing has really come out of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's again, it's one of those things. It can be tough to see that kind of project through to the end. Getting past the idea stage to actually like getting work done on it and stuff. It's tough. At some point, you have to get out of the idea stage, and like discipline has to take over, and you have to like make a point of working on it every day, or at least that's what worked for me anyway. Yeah, through all of this, there was that too. Excellent. Yeah, cool. Very cool. But yeah, I was gonna say, out of all of this going on, there was one, what I would consider legitimate complaint leveled against KK Lesbian Club. I mean, most of the complaints, like they're really easy to brush off. Like one person, sorry, just getting sidetracked again. One person brought up, oh, it's full of spelling and grammar errors, and I'm like, no, it isn't. That's a lie. Like, not to sound conceited or anything, but I proofread it thoroughly. Like, there are no spelling or grammar errors, or at least if there are, hey, point them out to me. I will gladly correct them. 24 hours later, 0 people have pointed out any spelling or grammar errors. And yet people are coming at me saying, well, I heard it had spelling and grammar errors. I heard it had spelling and grammar errors. Go fix them. Like, there's nothing to fix. There's nothing to fix, dude. There aren't any errors of that nature. And then there was the complaint that, oh, it's unnecessary to make the dokis gay, to make the girls of the literature club gay. And it's like, well, yeah, of course it's unnecessary. Like, every choice in writing a story is unnecessary. I didn't do it because I thought it was necessary to do it. I did it because I chose to do it, because I wanted to do it. And besides, it just fits the mod. Like if even if I don't make them gay, then what would the mod be about? Like, am I just gonna have the girls talk at the camera about LGBT issues? Like, that's not engaging or interesting. Am I supposed to introduce OCs who nobody cares about and make them LGBT? Lesbian or gay or transgender or bisexual or pansexual or demisexual or asexual or whatever. It's just I used LGBT as shorthand just because it's a phrase that rolls off the tongue. I know I could say LGBTQIA or whatever, or I've heard the alphabet soup. That's a phrase that I've heard. There was also GSRM, gender, sexual, or romantic minority. That phrase never caught on. I think I was unpopular in some circles, so I was never clear on why. The thing I noticed was a line that was entirely in parenthesis, not having a period, but I don't actually know if that's incorrect or not. All of the lines that are in parentheses are intentionally do not have periods. Those were intended as asides. Like whenever Sari and Femsi are whispering to each other, all their lines are in brackets. I put the parentheses in there to indicate that they're whispering. I made a deliberate choice to have no internal monologue. There's no point of view character in the scene. Everything from beginning to end in that mod is spoken dialogue. So I just parentheses indicate whispering. I was just sort of count on the audience to catch on, but maybe it wasn't clear. I don't know. People use the word alphabet in relation to LGBT. I get bad vibes. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't intend that as a negative or anything. I've heard it used with a positive connotation, or at least I've heard it used by people under the LGBT umbrella. But apologies if that came across offensive or anything. Anyway, all that rambling brings me to the point where, okay, one person, well, okay, I guess arguably more than one person. One point brought up is one that I actually do consider a legitimate complaint. At the end of the mod, I mean, there's just a whole lot of angst in the middle, and then the conflict gets resolved, and in true Sayori fashion, she calls for a group hug, and everyone gathers around Femsi and gives her a big hug. And then after a pause, she's like, did one of you just grab my butt? And then Natsuki's like, sorry, I thought that was Yuri. And Monica blushes, which might be an implication that she was the one that grabbed her butt, which I don't know if makes it any better. It probably doesn't. I'm not crazy about that. I put the implied butt grabbing there, sort of way to break the tension after the like heavy emotional moment. Thought it would be funny. I knew it was like iffy. It was kind of questionable. My playtesters didn't object to it, so I was like, yeah, maybe I'll leave it in. I was honestly iffy about having it there at all. But seeing some people saying like, well, actually, it made me uncomfortable because it's, basically you're saying Femsi got groped without her consent after coming out, which is kind of icky. And I'm like, yeah, fair point. I think next chance I get, I'm going to edit that out. I'm going to upload a new version. I mean, that'll be at some point after the stream, obviously. And I know you're fine. I've just only heard it used in the words alphabet mafia. Oh, really? Alphabet mafia? I've never heard that term, but I guess it doesn't surprise me. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I can see a certain segment of the population using terminology like that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, that was a long rambling tangent. I did kind of want to bring up the Pride mod at some point. It's yeah, I mean, it's as much as I kind of laugh it off and just put smiley faces in response to everyone in the comments, it does stress me out a bit, and I'm feeling like maybe I'm engaging with these people too much. I'm still getting like I'm probably there are probably like a half dozen more comments that I haven't read yet now. Like I haven't looked at it in a bit. Let me just take a peek at it now. I'm curious. I'm morbidly curious. Yep, there are like 3 more messages there. Lovely. Yeah, okay. I'll come back to that later. Anyway. How about we get on with the mod here? Is this any consolation? I liked it. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean the butt grab, or the mod in general? Anyway, moving on. I guess I don't know if he even likes sweets. Hmm? Worthless. Shut up, I'm busy thinking. You know, maybe this isn't very fair to him. Oh, you think? Like the whole mod? Oh, thank you. Thanks, Steph. The mod in general, no comment on Buttcraft, yeah. Thought very timely, Siri, yeah. Yeah, you know, no, this is a comment that I made in yesterday's episode. Like, if it's true that she's just with him just so she can, you know, get MC to stop thinking about her or some kind of whatever misguided thing, that's not cool to Kenzo. I mean, like, what about his feelings, you know? He's she's totally, she's using him to have an effect on some, you know, third person that he doesn't even know about. Oh wow, sorry, I just clicked on Steam and realized that okay, I don't know if you want me to mention that on stream. I'll come back to that later. Anyway, let's move right along here. Oh, I'm indifferent? Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Dev, for gifting me Disco Elysium. I will definitely check that game out. I'll probably give it a stream, actually. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of streaming another game. Well, I mean, I've got this going on. I've also got the Darkest Dungeon game going on. I've got that Grounded game going on. I've got a lot of games lined up, but I will, you know, I'll gladly stream this whenever I can get around to it, for sure. Yeah, games. Thank you for playing the mod. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, it's like I've been saying for ages. This is a mod I've been meaning to get to. So I'm happy to be playing it. It's I mean, if I'm fully honest, certain other mods feel like a bit of a chore. You know, not gonna name names or anything. Not that I'm exactly dreading playing them. Like certain other mods that I've played, it's kind of like I played through them for you know, just so I could say I did, really. Just that 4 billion hour playtime, such a barrier to entry. Yeah, but anyway, sorry. Sorry, I'm getting distracted so much. I'm just gonna move right along. I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was in mid sentence. And I just cut myself off. Let's just move on now. Siri suddenly getting a bit of self-awareness. Maybe this isn't very fair to him. You think? He doesn't know he's being used. Uh-huh. Or that I'm not actually very interested in him. Uh-huh. Though he is very handsome. Maybe I should try to get genuinely into him? And Ryan, oh my god, that guy is such a pain in the ass. Like, no one could get anything done around him. Seriously, it's a miracle we haven't all died because of him. He spends a lot of time complaining about other people. That's not very attractive. It's going to be difficult to keep this up. Should have thought of that earlier. You think? Oh no, I'm with rain clouds now. Ryan moment? I'm not sure what that reference is. Yeah. Yeah. Increased strain for managing a fake relationship is just what you need. I guess that's sarcasm. Looking forward to it. I want it to be club time. Can you just talking about Ryan Brew. Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the fact that Suri is looking forward to getting away from Kenzo while she's talking to Kenzo is kind of a bad sign in itself. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. Yay, it's finally club time, and time for the people I really care about. And the one you care about most who you were deliberately hurting because you were a garbage person. Ah, looks like it's just Monica inside so far. You just try to sneak those just Monica lines in wherever you can, eh? Yeah, another minor character. Yeah. People I really care about. Ouch, exactly. Exactly. Just a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit? Anyway. Oh, hello, Sayori. You're here early, Monica? Yeah, I didn't practice piano today. Oh, oops, I have a drinking problem. Is everything all right? Yeah, what's Monica stressing about? Was she continuing to follow Sayori all day as well? Yeah, it's just game stuff. It's kind of like watching someone on TV, watching someone else on TV, and that person is watching you. Huh? Never mind. You want to help get it set up for club today? Sorry, you want to help get set up for club today? Yeah. But first, I have a question. Natsuki in 10 years. No, you have a drinking problem. Sure. But first, I have a question. You know how you like tour music? Oh, for good. Really? Really, Sayori? You're gonna try to set up Monica with MC now? Or I guess, she's using tour music referring to the player. Is she going to try to set up Monica with MC? That, considering where Monica is in regards to her feeling for the player and so on, this is just again, a terrible idea. Just like that's a terrible idea in all other contexts here. Oh well, okay. Yeah. Well, MC was the way you perceived Charmuse for a long time, right? Yes. During a time, were you attracted to him at all? To MC, I mean? Well, really, I was attracted to Tormuse. But I guess the fact that their representation here was a cute boy didn't hurt too much. What are these eyebrows here? What is this expression? I guess a bit like dating someone online. The person you really love is the one typing on the other side, but if they have a cute avatar, that probably doesn't hurt any, you know? So you think he's cute? Yeah, he's pretty cute. You're trying to set him up with me, aren't you? What if I was? Well, with 7 L's. Charming is who I love, Sayori, and I'm not sure that will ever change. MC is a cute boy, and he's been a great club member, but I don't really know that he's my type. And what is your type? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Sayori just trying to just play matchmaker any way she can here. Other than people in a super reality. It is a good question. I mean, if Monica is just drawn to whomever in the real world, regardless of anything, I guess I'd have to think about that one. Now, come on, if we hurry, we can set up Yuri's mob before the others come. You've got it, Chief. Hey, what a coincidence. Another parallel with Turquoise. Because Monica is, in that mod, is also struggling with the whole... that whole conflict of wanting the player versus settling for someone in her reality. Only that someone in Turquoise is Sayori, of course, because it's a Psionica mod. But that conflict is a whole thing in that mod, obviously. Anyway. I mean, spoilers for Turquoise, I guess. Anyway. Okay, everyone. We're going to start today by looking at the short mod that Yuri made. Well, I was just the writer. Monica and Sayori helped make it. I think we have it all set up so that our viewers will see it just as the same as us as soon as we hit new game. Oh, hopefully. The only thing is, all of us here in the club need to stay silent while the mod runs. Otherwise, at the very least, we'll confuse our viewers. Hmm. And at most, we might break the game's ability to display the mod, since we'll be confusing it as to who's speaking. Understood. Got it. Yes. What? Got it. Yep. Uh-huh. Yes. All right. Then without further ado, let's see what Yuri has for us. And that seems like a good note for me to just dash over to the washroom. So I will be right back. And I'm back. This mod is too spooky to see with a full platter. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to go into it with a full platter, so yeah. This part about not speaking over the mod certainly seems like something that will be relevant and totally won't just be repeatedly mentioned and never actually happen. We'll see, we'll see. False Chekhov's gun? Chekhov just shot himself with his gun. It's sorry, that line was sorry, random Star Wars reference. So someone made the comment about because this or why Doki Doki never buys me cakes. Yeah, so someone it was a comment about the Star Wars prequel trilogy. I think it's episode 2. There's a bit where Obi-Wan and Anakin are chasing an assassin, and they finally catch her, and she gets killed. And then after dying, she just changes form, and they realize, oh, she's a shapeshifter. And it's like, oh, the concept of shapeshifters existing in the Star Wars universe has been introduced, and then it's never mentioned again. and then someone wrote in the comments, Chekhov just shot himself with his gun. Just show me that Half-Life 3 Steam page and I'll hook you up, fam. Huh. I mean, Half-Life 2 I don't believe is even finished releasing, isn't it? Isn't it being released episodically or something? I started playing Half-Life 2 ages ago, but didn't really get into it. Let me find the biggest, most expensive Steam bundle with the most amount of games included. Sure. Get your money's worth there. Anyway, moving on. Then, without any further ado, let's see what Yuri has for us. Still being released episodically, buddy. ... Yeah, I mean, I haven't been following it. My understanding, it hasn't like the latest part hasn't come out yet. It's been like ages or something like that. Am I far off with that? Anyway, without further ado, let's see what Yuri has for us. Shadows over the Literature Club. Doki Doki Club mods by Yuri. What is this? Oh wait, this is no quotes means internal monologue. Okay, what is this? One of us. What? No, one of us. Stop! Leave me alone. Another nightmare. Well, at least it's over now. Oh, Cthulhu's eyes dreaming or something, I guess. And what's 15 years between shorter, more frequent episodic games? Ouch. Cool, we'll take a break for 15 years. Ouch. Has it really been 15 years? I guess so. Yikes. Wow, okay. Like I said, I hadn't followed it at all, so I hadn't paid attention to that. But, yeah, yikes. Anyway, moving on. Time to get ready for the day. My name is Yuri, and back then I was just a perfectly ordinary high school student. I guess she sleeps in her turtleneck sweater. I guess the pajama sprite that I got for Storm wasn't made yet. I've released that, by the way. If you want to use Yuri's pajamas in future mods, I'm cool with that. They're great sprites. Yagami 10 made them. They're great pajama sprites. Super cute. Anyway, moving on. Well, for a suitable definition of ordinary, I'd never heard of the Literature Club until the day before I saw it for the first time, and so far, last time, I was looking for a club to join at school, and going across the list of clubs, I saw the Literature Club. Though literature was a strong interest of mine, the student council member who had given me the list had advised against it. She said that the Literature Club was strange, that something wasn't right about the club members. Ooh, spooky, ominous. Is it in the community drive, or do I have to yoink it them from the files? I think you have to yoink it from the files. Yeah, I don't think the community drive has been updated properly in a while. Yeah, just yoink it from the files. No problem. Listen to this club mod. Horror is really hard to do in a very short amount of time. Yeah, fair. You do kind of need to work on building that creeping dread, or rely on jump scares. You know, yeah. Anyway, moving on. I laughed it off as mere social wariness of people with interests so academic as literature. I decided I would check out the club, but first, just to make sure, I'd speak with their newest member to get a feel for it. Your newest member? Would that be Sayori, or... Is my imagination, or does the club look a little desaturated color? I think it's my imagination. Maybe it was, I think the previous image threw me off. Anyway, first I went and checked out the club's meeting room. There didn't seem to be anything strange or off about it. Just an empty classroom, desks, a closet in the back, but I did have a strange, uneasy feeling while standing there. The sound of humming, I don't know what tune is supposed to be hummed there. The sound of humming came from down the hall. It's a spookiness getting to you and messing with your perceptions. Yeah, there you go. We'll go with that. I had the sudden, inexplicable urge to hide from whoever might look through the door or windows, and I pressed myself up against the wall. A total, irrational terror gripped me as the humming ceased and the sound of slow footsteps approached the door. Who's there? After a moment, the footsteps faded, and I resumed breathing. But then, just barely audible from far down the hall, I heard the same voice speaking. You can't hide from me. I know you're there. I know everything. I had arranged to meet the newest literature club member here, but he had not yet arrived. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw him. He was cautiously walking towards me, almost like he was afraid to be seen. Sorry, was that a flash forward there, or like are we having another Tarantino moment here? You came. Oh, okay. Yes. Did you go anywhere else first? Yes, I went to look at the club room first. Oh, okay. Yep, this is chronological. Okay, so she went to the club room and then fade to black, and now she's here. Okay. And he's got angry eyebrows again. The club room? That's where it all began, in that damned room. That's where we used to meet, in more ordinary days. Me and Sayori and Monica and Natsuki. We'd read literature and write poems, but then one day, Monica brought in a new book. She told us we ought to stop reading books that would take us to new worlds in our minds and start reading books that would take us to new worlds in actuality. I thought this was odd, but was this some kind of game they were playing? They were exploring fictional worlds by pretending to be transported to them? Natsuki, she read the book early, then she started ranting and raving about it too, said we all needed to read it. The title was The Portrait of Markov or something? Poor Sayori. She was always against it, said we shouldn't tamper with books that were more than just words. You're trying desperately not to sound pretentious in writing this mod's dialogue? Yeah. Understandable. Relatable, really. But she eventually succumbed to the peer pressure and read it. Yeah, I mean, this is Yuri writing MC's dialogue, so... I missed a lot? What, new context? Oh, when were you here last? Scrolling up in chat. Oh, it was back when we were talking about LMC and stuff. Or GMC. Now we're starting the mod this is the Inception mod within a mod where Yuri's writing Lovecraftian horror. So we tried to push the rest of the literature club onto MC awkwardly. She didn't really like Kenzo and is just pushing MC away. Thank you. There, good summary by Dev there. Now we're in a club mod Yuri wrote. That'll do you. There you go. Yeah, Sayori also had an awkward moment where she awkwardly tried to awkward push MC onto Monica awkwardly. Or Monica onto MC awkwardly, I suppose. Like, Monica's not having it because she's into the player. The distraction boyfriend, a classic move. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Kenzo really likes cars. Apparently. And, like, does nothing but talk about cars. Moving right along. Kenzo does like cars, yeah. But she eventually succumbed to the peer pressure and read it. I was the last to read it. I didn't want to at first, but eventually I did, or at least I read a word or two, but that was enough. As soon as I got that far, I knew I needed to stop and that I needed to quit the literature club. So you're not actually a member of the literature club? No, not anymore. I haven't read any more of that blasted book, nor will I let them make me wear that damned uniform. Yeah, neither of them are in uniform here. Curiously. That's how they... Are you okay? Yeah, get out, leave. They've seen us. Run for your life. They've seen the two of us together. Run and don't look back. There was brief stillness for a moment, and then a soft footstep behind me, which caused me to flee. Yeah! I watched him flee into the distance, but could not tell for the life of me what was wrong. This must be some elaborate literary role-playing thing they were doing. Or maybe they were rehearsing a play, and he was just very deeply in character. I turned around to look behind me, and I was suddenly surrounded. They're all in uniform. Lightning McQueen. Loud ass car by wolves of Glendale slowly approached in the background. Anyway. Don't mind him. You must be the new person who is considering joining the literature club. Yes. Is he in character for a play or something? Yes, that is exactly what he is doing. He is in character for a play. I see. Is it something you are all doing together as a club? It sure is. You should come by after school and join us. See what it's all about. Maybe I will. Yay! It would be so cool if you became one of us. One of us, Yuri. Yeah, did she introduce herself? I'll see you guys after school then. Yes. Until then, one thing was for sure, I was not going to their club. So do I make too many song references? They know her name anyway, yeah. Oh hey, is Yuri's house here? I don't think we've seen this background so far. It's a nice background. I like to use that for Sayori's living room in turquoise. Now I come to think of it. I'm in need of a background to use for turquoise. I haven't really looked into that because I'm still in the writing phase, but it is a good one. Yeah, exactly. I went straight home after school and took care to stay well away from the club room. As I did my schoolwork, I reflected on why the whole experience had left me feeling unsettled. Can't remember if it's Minicle or Drive. It looks like Minicle's work, I think. Yeah. Anyway. Why did Monica's voice seem so familiar? Why was that boy so startled? And how did they know already that I was going to join the club? Did I tell them my name, or did they know that already too? The worrying left me exhausted, and soon I lay back on the couch, intending to rest my back. Uh-oh. She could have another dream sequence? But I soon fell unintentionally deep asleep. I was in the middle of a deep forgotten dream. I thought I heard a voice. Okay, everyone. And then suddenly I woke up. I listened carefully. There was nothing, but I felt that something was wrong. It was 2:45 a.m. Everything was perfectly peaceful and quiet. A knock at the door. The speed with which I formed a plan of action proves that I must have known subconsciously that trouble was coming. I felt instinctively that I should not answer the door or challenge the knocker. Instead, I hid underneath the couch and waited. The knock was repeated, but still I stayed hidden. I could hear only soft, inaudible, feminine voices outside. Then, suddenly, the door shattered and the girls burst in. Upstairs, the bedroom. The others nodded, and they shuffled staggeringly up to my bedroom. I waited until I heard them open my bedroom door, and then I crawled quietly through my front door and snuck outside. Outside, in the downpour, I realized the flaw in my plan. I guess it's raining. Where was I supposed to hide? I had been chased out of my own home, and I didn't have long to decide where to go. Before too long, they would realize I wasn't in the house and come looking for me. I had to decide what to do quickly. Hey, there you are. Uh-oh. Mr. I read 2 words, is he possessed too? I saw them coming to your house and followed them. Are they chasing you? Yes, please, help. No problem. We can hide in my house. What's this look? Follow me. Stay low. Stay quiet. That was a close one. Thank goodness he had come along when he did. I have no idea what I would have done if he hadn't found me. Now we have to be really careful. They probably won't think to check here, but we should be careful anyway. Just in case. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the girls were able to track him down before, or something. Did you hear that? I hadn't heard anything. It was totally silent. They're probably here. You should hide in the basement, down there. I'll lock it behind you so they can't get in. Or so you can't get out? Uh-oh, the music stopped. That's ominous. Are you sure that's a good idea? There's no time to argue. Get in the basement. Wait, if he was planning to lock it from the outside, how would that keep them out? Yeah, there you go. That would just keep me in, wouldn't it? And now that I thought of it, how had he known to be out and about looking for them at 2:30 in the morning? Oh, and oh God, the uniform! The uniform! Yeah. He said they'd never make him put on the uniform. Get in the basement, Yuri. It's the only way to be safe. I moved as though to hide in the basement, but as we drew near, I grabbed him by the lapel and threw him down into the basement myself, locking the door on him. And then I fled back out into the night. Getting flashbacks to The Shining here. That's one scene where like she locks him in the basement. Stagnant air, commonly known as stopping the music, is a common sign that something terrible is going to happen. Yeah, pretty much. This is basically a one-for-one retelling of Shadow over Innsmouth? Oh, okay. Comforting, yeah. With heavy abridgment. Yeah, fair enough. I ran until I was lost in the middle of the woods, but I felt safe there, at least. Every time the moon came out, I felt a shudder of horror at the thought of the light it cast, and how it might make me more visible. To those hunting, terrifying eyes. Soaked by the rain, I used payphones to call in sick to school the next few days. Oh, payphones, eh? I'm guessing you're not ancient, right, Dev? Are payphones still a thing, really? I mean, I guess I've seen payphones around once in a long while. Ancient, yeah. Not ancient, guys. She's afraid of them tracking her cell phone or something. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. I mean, I was just thinking that she didn't have her cell phone with her for some reason. I mean, she did get caught by surprise in the middle of the night. So, I don't know. Maybe she just didn't have pockets to put in or something. I don't know. I was going to make a comment about how I've seen some girls like tuck their phone into their bra, and Yuri probably has ample space there, but oh well. Moving on. I used payphones calling sick to school the next few days. I haven't been back since. Well, I went back once to the club room. Oh? I don't know why. Okay, this bag are definitely different. Or maybe I do. I felt compelled. Something about the name of the book they had read, The Portrait of Markov. It sounded so familiar. I started to see words and phrases in my mind as I walked in the club room. I knew somehow that they were from the book. I felt sure that I had never read it, quite sure, but suddenly I felt just as sure I knew the book from front to back somehow. So they clip back at the end of each episode. Yeah. And I knew where the book was. Yes. Here. There it lay. And I knew I had not, in fact, read the book, but I knew it anyway. I took the book, opened it, and started reading. No, Yuri, no. My handwriting flowed cleanly and crisply across the pages. Your handwriting. I knew this book because I had written it. Dun dun dun. Okay, I'll read that. I was wearing the uniform already, just as I had foreseen when I wrote the book. This literature club, they were mine. They were all mine. Somehow I'd forgotten, but that was not important now. Now I knew everything. Soon, very soon, I will summon the rest here, and we will begin the work of growing our literature club. Perhaps you too would like to be one of us. End. Nice. Cool. Is that where the phrase "one of us" comes from? I'm curious now. Is that? I mean, okay. Now the phrase "one of us" is like. It's that phrase is overused into oblivion. I'm just kind of wondering if it's used in the Shadow over Innsmouth. No, just use it. Oh, okay, fair enough. Anyway, moving right along. Okay, I think it's over now. Let me set it back to us. Okay, back to us now. So, what did everyone think? I thought it was good. It was appropriately spooky. It had some good unsettling zingers, got out fast. Horror's not my favorite, and horror that has me in it is really creepy. So the mod made me feel kind of disturbed and worried, which means that you did a good job, I guess. Well, I didn't mean to upset you too badly, but it was meant to be at least a little bit scary, so thank you. I think there were a lot of things that it did well. It was very faithful to its source material, while at the same time it diverged in a few places that made sense to the medium you were using. Yeah, cool. I'm not familiar enough with Shadow over Innsmouth to comment on that. Because I'm not familiar with it at all. Anyway, moving on. There were a few things that I thought were improvable. I think that horror is a difficult genre to pull off in the context of a visual novel. Funny you say that. Good job writing this mod, me. Yeah. As ironic as it sounds for me to say that, both because the medium is a little tough for horror and because the mod was so short, I don't think we got the full impact. We didn't get to really build up to anything. Really good horror, I think, needs a bit of build up. There needs to be tension. And you know that very well, but you had to rush the tension. When you combine that with the fact that it's hard to build tension with a bunch of text boxes alone, I think you were a little limited with what you could achieve. Now for the self-critique, haha, yeah. Yeah, I was just doing the best I could with what I had. I guess mostly I just wanted to see how well I could tell any story at all, so I chose one that I was familiar with. It wasn't meant to be a brilliant work of art or anything. Sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to criticize it super hard or anything. Given the limitations of the medium, I thought you did a really good job. Was there anything about the coding that you would change? Sorry, did I didn't miss anything. No, not that I can think of. Actually, there was one thing now that I can think of it. Now that I think of it, when you put the dark red layer over everything at the beginning, there was a brief moment where we see the club background with no layer before it activates. Oh, right, that. I noticed that, but I couldn't think of a good way to fix it. Ah, well. No, your coding is perfect and never inefficient. Haha, yeah. I mean, if you know how to do the coding, there are always ways to do it. I mean, strictly speaking, there are some limitations to RenPy. Because it's working within the Python language and some of the base structures that RenPy puts in place work a little awkwardly. Don't play nicely with some things you might want to do, but in large part, if you know what you're doing, you can basically do anything. Sorry. I was just thinking, well, you just need to. Oh, never mind. Moving on. I noticed that, but I couldn't think of a good way to fix it. Yeah. Sometimes it is like, particularly in the context of making a mod, you just go, good enough. It's not perfect, but whatever. If I put the red layer before the scene change, then the scene change wipes it away. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay. The qualifier you put on the scene change, like if you put like with wipe scene or with wipe left or with, dissolve or whatever, if you include you can include the filter with the with statement. There's a way to do it. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that right now. I've done similar in my own mod, like in Storm. Anyway, well, one easy way to fix things like that is to just show a background rather than scene transition it, and then you can use the same with transitions. There you go. Ah, that's good to know. Natsuki, did you have any thoughts? Oh, I thought it was pretty good. Way better than the one I was writing, I think. Sorry, I don't have a lot more feedback. That's okay. Well, thank you for that, Yuri. Shall I move on to sharing poems? For this week, we rewrote lyrics to a song of our choice as a poem which encapsulates the same idea. False Natsuki's is way more entertaining? We'll see. We shall see. I'll go first. Oh, here we go. The sky is falling in. Your fingers on the glass, my fingers in the air. The layer that separates them infinitesimally thin yet unbreakable. I can feel but not see. You can see but not feel. Where we meet is where you banished me. That's where I'll always be. Where it all fell apart. Where I broke into pieces and the world ended. Until one day it won't. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, obviously talking about the whole relationship with the player and stuff. Howdy, strangers. Welcome to the stream, Jadedev. How's it going? Playing some club meetings mod. You missed my long rambling commentary about gay lesbian club, by the way, which I released yesterday. I don't know if you've looked at the post since yesterday, but like, holy crap. It blew up in a weird way. It is now the #1 controversial post in the DDLC mod subreddit. Sorry, I just needed to share that, which is hilarious when you consider the fact that Storm was the #1 upvoted. So I now have the #1 most upvotes and the #1 most downvotes post. Reddit army has arrived. Yeah, so it seems. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because I'm trying to keep a good humor about it, and I find it a bit amusing. I mean, it is a little disheartening in some ways, but I'm trying to keep in good spirits about it because it is kind of funny seeing just how mad some people are getting about a piece of fan fiction. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. Some people need to touch grass, I guess. Haven't used Reddit in a long time now. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't drag you back into it then. I mean, there's just a world of toxicity there. It's yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, this is Monica's poem. So she said it was based on a song. I'm not sure what song this is. Sky is falling in. Is that a song title, or is that a lyric from a song? You did your thing. I liked it, but right now, considering the Bud Light and Target controversies, things are a little tumultuous with the LGBT or Pride Month things. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Maybe I should have taken that more into consideration when I released it. I mean, I don't regret releasing it. I do think what do you call it? Backlash. I was about to say a lashback. I said that's not right. The backlash was a little more than I would have expected. Relevant, more a gay agenda. Comply, comply, comply. Yeah, you must comply with a gay agenda. Yeah, no, yeah. There was more negative reaction than I expected. I expected some negative reaction. There was more than I expected, though. What can you do, I guess? Anyway, moving right along. Well, this is a familiar theme. What was the song you rewrote? It was "Where I End and You Begin" by Radiohead. Oh, there's the Radiohead connection again. Yeah, sorry, I'm not familiar with Radiohead's music, I'm afraid. Radiohead, a daring choice for the literature club, I'd say. This did come out after Exit Music, right? Yeah. I know. Dev, you said that's your favorite band. Yeah. I was just kidding. Yeah. They are my favorite band. It does feel a little samey, Monica. Although I do like the implication that the file structure is where you really meet them. I guess that is kind of a real point of interaction. I know Monica likes to write about this a lot, and I'm pretty sure she picked this song so she could write about it again, but I like it. Monica always writes so sincerely and so passionately when she's writing about the fourth wall. We should assemble all her poetry about it into a book. Thanks, Sayori. It did come out after Exit, yeah, but Radiohead does get referenced anyway, because I like, yeah, fair, yep. Listened to Radiohead since middle school, long before I even joined the Depression team. Okay. Like them before they were cool. Yeah, fair enough. Thanks, Sayori. Great work, Monica. That was a scary feeling, like the world was ending, like you're in a crumbling building with the roof falling in, but the building is the whole world. Yeah, and nowhere to run. Why do my poems always end up being downers? Somebody else go. MC, how about you? Oh, great. Yeah, because MC's poems were surely not going to be a downer, like after all that happened, right? Okay, here we go. By what right? Never mind what I did. You'd say I deserve it, though it wasn't free will. You've taken on the mantle. You get to decide. Some you save, some you kill. It doesn't feel real, like a bad dream, just silence until I feel fire in my veins. I am being erased on your human-shaped grill. Moon-shaped pool is a great atom, but still have a soft spot for OK computer. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with Radiohead to know what songs are on what. Yeah, so what's MC going for here? 576. Well, I mean, it's certainly a bit angsty, I guess. Anyway, moving on. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, to be honest. Ooh, I know what song this one was. You want to take a guess? It's Ride the Lightning by Metallica. I love that song. It's pretty funky. What's it about? Death by Electric Chair? Yikes. Guess that explains the swerve at the end. Well, for what it's worth, I think it's pretty damn good, although it's not obvious what it's about. Yeah. I'm finding it pretty disturbing. So if that's what you were going for, well done. Snark. What? I think MC was going for well done. Really? Really? Okay. Execution pun? Okay. Hilarious. It definitely gets across the terror and moral outrage. We'll have to listen to the original song. It's an interesting theme. Though again, kind of disturbing. Poetry is a wonderful way to safely explore those darker parts of ourselves. Oh hey, look, it's the whole theme behind Doki Doki Storm. Summarized in one sentence there. Or well, I mean, except for the poetry part. I mean, just the whole concept of using horror to explore darker parts of yourselves. So on. Yeah, details. Anyway, I think this poem is a lovely example of that. You're right, Yuri. Poetry is a good way to get out on paper thoughts or feelings that normally you don't want to talk about. And by using them, metaphors or allegory, you can avoid directly confronting the problem. Like, for instance, how Yuri used the allegory of a raccoon in the original game. Things that you're normally worried about in yourself can be healthfully explored via poetry. And often the resulting poems can be pretty good. That's Monica's writing tip of the day. And also Yuri's, since she brought up the topic. Natsuki, how about you next? You got it. Burning. So many voices, beautiful chaos in my ear, but as I grow older, the voices disappear. That's the way the world is. When you grow, you have to kill. Nothing comes without a price, and you must pay the bill. Or someone must, at least. It's this road's particular toll. Consume and burn, you must to move, but keep it under control. Life is a short string, you're a flame that's on the thing. Yeah, again, having trouble placing this song, but message, intent, theme, message, I don't know. It's coming from Natsuki. It seems rather dark for Natsuki stuff. Okay, moving on. I think Monica ranks the albums in some email or another coming up. Okay. Definitely don't know what the song is. But I dig the idea. Can't really get anywhere without leaving stuff behind. Not just leaving stuff behind, but even destroying stuff, including your own possibilities. True. Much darker than is usual for you, Natsuki. Yeah, no kidding. I like it. It's this blush from Yuri here. It is kind of darker, isn't it? Usually I'm so used to reading poems about kittens and cookies and rainbows from Natsuki. I like to think that I'm slightly more sophisticated than that. You are, I was just kidding. Yes, we know you're very sophisticated, Natsuki. Can it? You're just egging her on? No, I mean it. Natsuki is the very height of sophistication. Hey. You come back here, stupid. Shouldn't you be calling me Baka instead? What the? Well, while they're sorting out their differences, I'll say that I like the poem a lot. It deals with some very complex themes about life using another elegant metaphor, and it does so well. Ow! Oof! Is Natsuki getting physically abusive with Yuri over there? Insert comment about she's into that. That's what you get. Oh, I'm so sorry, Natsuki-san. Can you ever forgive me? Hey, no fair. Ah, ha, 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 ha. No tickling. Ha, ha, ha. Yuri tickling Natsuki now? Stop it right now, or I'll punch you in the effing face. No violence in the literature club. Knock it off. Sorry, Monica. No, sorry, Monica. Ahem. No foreshadowing? Yeah, sure. Before we move on, what was the song, Natsuki? It was Arsonist's Lullaby by Hosier. And thank you. Now, Yuri, why don't you go next? With pleasure. Remain. Ages in the past, so far that remembering is like seeing through a sheet of dense mist. I remember you. You'd speak to me. You'd tell me to remain forever. But who is to say the meaning? Were you there, and was I? Amidst the sounds of soft rustling of paper, do you remember me as I was then? Did you want me to remain? I drift now, a barrel in the sea. My fate is the caprice of the waves, but I do so love the sea and its deep secrets. The clouds above are beautiful, and the wind blows through my hair. But still, I can't help thinking, back in the brokenness of fear and anger, even back then, did you see me as I saw you, clasping my hands and staring into my eyes, like it was beyond all doubt? I remember you. I will remain forever. I mean, does sound like, wistful, romantic, love lost kind of deal going on here? My, is this a love poem coming from Yuri? Yuri blushing. It is, but only because the song I was altering is a love song. It's not about anyone particular. Well, I think it's lovely. I think it's a very sweet poem. It has that sense of sticking with someone through thick and thin. Even things seem hopeless. Well, in the original song, it's kind of bittersweet. I was gonna say, like, no reaction from Sayori for that line there? Like, whatever the relationship was, it's definitely over now. And the narrator is just wishing her former lover well. What's the song? It's Soft as Chalk by Joanna Newsom. Well, I still think it's very sweet overall. It actually makes me feel kind of safe. Like, no matter what, everything's going to be okay, you know? That's an interesting feeling to get out of it. Natsuki, any thoughts? It's a super turbo level 9 Yuri poem. What? Ticks all the Yuri style boxes. I'll never be able to casually drop the word caprice into one of my poems. Well, when one is as pretentious as I am, one must uphold one's reputation. It's your turn, Sayori. Here you go. Priorities. The world flows with grief and panic and pain and despair. Let it flow past you, like standing in an icy river. In that river, I have a warm, comfy life preserver. I hold on to it tightly, but I can't seem to use it right. It's not my fault. Just like everyone else, I submerge my head below the water and hold my life preserver up above. It needs to be saved. It's so important. Can I get out now? Hey, that sounds like Sayori there. Going underwater and prioritizing saving the life preserver over her own self. Oh well. Excuse me. I feel like we all wrote poems that were very on brand for us this week. This one is very Sayori brand. I think it's mostly because we got to pick the song we would copy. We were probably apt to pick songs that let us go with our natural inclinations. I'm not as sure. This one was actually really hard to turn to a poem. So why'd you pick it? I just happened to be listening to it when I sat down to write the poem. By the way, you forgot to close Sayori's mouth during Natsuki's line there. Just wanted to mention that. Dev. As soon as I heard songs by a poem, I knew at least one would be Radiohead. Oh yeah, that was inevitable. Anyway, just happened to be listening to it when I sat down to write the poem. It's very interesting. It takes a bit of a general problem that everyone has and makes it personal. No, it bugs me so much when that happens, but so many posing lines each episode. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, there's a lot. There's a lot to go through. Let me get from that. Yeah. Right. Monica's poem / song was the Radiohead one. So there you go. It takes a bit of general problem that everyone has and makes it personal. And then it makes it even more personal by what happens to the life preserver. Yeah, that was the bit I changed the most from the original song, which was Map of the Problematique by Muse. Problematic? It's pronounced problematique. Excuse me, the perfect French accent, sorry. It's pronounced problematique. Might as well roll the R a bit. He's really head, yo, yeah. Alright, chat, say it with me, Tor mute, yeah, I get it. Anyway, this is a perfect French accent. Look out, Yuri, Monica's coming for your pretentiousness throne. What did you think, MC? I loved it. I thought it was good in both content and form, and Sayori's mouth is still open. And she's still blushing for some reason, apparently. No, the mouth's still open, yeah, exactly. It was a pleasure to read. Thanks? Natsuki whispers to Monica, it's painful to watch. Monica nods. Oh, that was a dip more than a nod, but okay. All right, everyone. Good poems this week. Let's get set up to answer some emails, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, that probably means it's time for me to move the chat box over to the other side so you can see the email. If you had to make one change in the person to your left, what would it be? I would make MC a little bolder. Oh yeah? Interesting. Sometimes he can be a little hesitant or slow to act on his own. I think he would benefit by being more decisive and taking more risks. What about you, MC? Gee, Yuri, I'm not sure. Having a hard time making up my mind. Just kidding. It's hard to say with Natsuki, because everything about me is already perfect. But if I had to say something, I'd give her a little more self-confidence. I have plenty of self-confidence. I would stop Monka's obsession with the real world. Uh-huh. Show Monka at 55. Yeah. Don't even remember this one? As becomes aware of serious open mouth bugs. Oh no. Sorry. Stop Monka's obsession with the real world. I promise you all that Monka is really cool and has a lot of other interesting stuff about her. But since this all started, she's got a one-track mind about your world. Not that I blame her. I just free her from that if I could. I would take away Siri's penchant for leaving her mouth open when she's not talking. No, I'm joking. I would take away Siri's ability to deflect from things that make her uncomfortable. I just thought you meant that she has bugs in her mouth. You know, we're talking about figurative bugs, not literal bugs. It's like coding bugs. Close your mouth, you're letting the flies in. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, take away Sarah's ability to deflect from things that make her uncomfortable. Then she'd have to face her problems more head-on, which I think would be healthy for her. As it is, she's absolutely great at changing the topic to avoid things she wants to discuss. Yeah, I think we've all noticed that by this point. And speaking of that, I'd make it so that Yuri couldn't use long, confusing words when she talks to me. She could still use them in her poems and stuff, just not when she's talking to me. What? Okay, next email. What if everyone has to say their favorite ship among club members that doesn't involve MC? Thonk emoji. Oh, we're getting right into the Natsuri here, eh? Didn't even hesitate. Natsuki and Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri. Yuri and Natsuki. They are so cute together. I know they're always saying they don't like each other like that, but still, you have to admit they have super adorable dynamic. Ship Mr. Cow and Mr. Bird. Yeah, they're destined to be together. Based show, yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Nat and Yuri. Ugh. We both like boys. Hey, bisexuality exists, pansexuality exists, demisexuality exists, asexuality exists. I mean, it's possible. It's possible to like more than one gender. That's a thing. Anyway, look, both like boys, or at least I know I do. So anyway, what's your favorite ship, Yuri? Do not say us, or I will kill you. Natsuki didn't answer the question. Mine is actually Sari and Monica. Oh hey, Psionica ship. Base, I guess. I don't know. I can't say how much I actually really ship them together. I mean, yeah, I put them together in TLC. That was sort of emergent storytelling. I didn't originally intend to put them together. It just that's just the way the story kind of came together. And I kind of wrote Turquoise as sort of in response to a called a challenge. Someone was saying, I don't know, someone was saying that Psionica couldn't work. It doesn't make sense as a ship, yada yada yada. And I'm like, aha, challenge accepted. I'm gonna go write a whole mod about it now. But I mean, I kind of did have some ideas anyway. I mean, even though I did put them together as a couple in TLC, um, I even said, like I said in the comments 5 years ago, like I don't really see them lasting as a couple as is. Like, it's certainly not as they're portrayed in that mod. It really comes down to the execution. Some people don't like it for reasons. Yeah, I hear ya. You think that's the way the story came together, and also it's probably one of the reasons Maka isn't doing crazy stuff to the game to force the player to be with her. Yeah. um. Yeah, I mean, just yeah. I mean, okay. To put things in perspective, like when I started writing Maka's route, I didn't even intend her to break the fourth wall at all. I was coming up with other alternative backstories for her. When I made the decision that she was going to have a girlfriend, I thought it was going to be, some other. I, I had lots of ideas rattling around my brain before I settled on what I actually wrote. Like one of them was, there's a scene at the festival, and Monica's like, "Here, I want to introduce my girlfriend. Her name is," and then you see like Lady Libitina come on, the white-haired, white-eyed girl that's lifted from the game files. And then we're immediately cut to black, just as soon as she comes on the screen. That was, I don't know, that was like one of the ideas that came to mind anyway. Seneca couldn't work side stories, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but seriously though, like as I wrote her or wrote the couple in TLC, like I came at it from a perspective of like they found each other when they were at their lowest and found comfort in each other, so that's how they got together. Whether it can last, it's like, like I don't know, the way I wrote them, the way that I portrayed them in the mod, they're very different in ways which would make it difficult for them to remain together. I think. Frankly, Monica is just plain evil in that mod. I mean, I wrote her that way. I wrote her as the villain. Like she's the antagonist in that mod. I made a deliberate choice to write it that way. And unfortunately, and I've said this before, I don't believe, like looking back, I don't believe I properly framed well enough that she's like the bad guy here. I didn't properly frame her actions as bad, like, and she kind of gets off the hook, and it's at odds with like the overall messaging of the rest of the mod, so no, not really that happy with that. But whatever. It's a 5-year-old mod. 5-year younger me made mistakes. Mistakes were made. Lessons were learned. Whatever. When I had the idea for turquoise rattling around, I decided, I want to try to come at this. I want to come at this better. But for one thing, I want to humanize Monica a bit more. I don't want to make her a one-note villain. I want to make her more conflicted. Well, going through a lot of the struggles of the original game. But I mean, it's not like it's gonna follow the original game or anything. It's gonna be its own story. But I kind of just I want to right the wrongs of TLC, I guess. While also hopefully telling an interesting story. But it isn't even really like I particularly ship them together. I totally ship Yuri and Natsuki together. I think they're adorable together, and I think they can really get along. But maybe the real Sayonaka is the friends we made along the way. Haha, yeah. It's gonna be something. Oops, phone glitch. Well, take your time. I could have not read the fan fictions that I have. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah. Yuri shipping Psionica. Here we go. I think they balance each other very well. Plus, they are both genuinely good people who appreciate the goodness in each other. They understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they respect each other very much. And you can't have love without respect. Hey, whatever got you to it gets you to not picking us together like the rest of them. Plus, with Sari and Monica together, that leaves me and Natsuki. Yuri. It's gonna be Act 1 syndrome. Oh, yeah, no Act 1 syndrome, please. Anyway, moving on. Hee hee hee. Idiots. All of you. Anyway, my pick is Monica and Yuri. They're both really smart and into a lot of the same kind of stuff, plus they're probably the two conventionally hottest ones. So, you admit you think Yuri is hot? No, shut up. You totally admitted it. Shush. You guys are so cute. Ah. Next message for Best Girl Natsuki. Favorite school subject, favorite food. If I were going to buy you jewelry, what's your favorite gemstone? WW. Ah, another fanboy or fangirl. Luckily for you, there's enough Natsuki to go around for everyone. Against all odds. Like a Pekka moment. Yeah, exactly. So cute. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, my favorite school subject is probably English. It was a lot less fun when it was just a bunch of language lessons, but now we get to read and discuss a bunch of stories, and that's really fun. Gosh, my favorite food, that's hard to say. It's hard to separate foods I like to eat from foods I like to cook with. Yeah. Should play a bridge one day? Yeah, I should probably play a bridge one day. I've watched part of it, like when Afro Zero was streaming it. I kind of didn't actually play it out of respect to Kronos, who isn't fond of it. And is probably even less fond of it now. Kronos emerges from behind the air conditioning. Please do it is great. I don't know. I mean, Kronos just canceled Rewind Replay, which was like the mod that she really wanted to be working on. So that's probably a little raw right now, and probably doesn't want to have a reminder of the mod that did get released was the one that she really didn't care about. So yeah. Probably just gonna as soon just skip that. But I don't know. We'll see. Nothing set in stone. We'll see. And I have to separate foods that I like to eat from foods that I like to cook with. But probably, all things considered, I like ahi steaks the best. It's a super versatile food that you can do a lot of things with. It's a hella tasty when you prepare it well. I don't know how you plan on buying me jewelry in here, WW. WW, is that what? Wonder Woman? Who's that? I don't know. Even if you did, I'm not really that big a fan of jewelry. Too flashy. But I like rose quartz for obvious reasons. The color, I suppose. Willy Wonka. Yeah, there you go. The bridge massively desensitizes the viewer, which is a feat in itself. Walter White. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the main character from Breaking Bad, right? I haven't watched that show. Boy, Hank. The Breaking Bad character isn't until later comes, remember? Anyway. And also, rubies, my birthstone, they're super pretty. Oh wow, long one here. That's what she said. I'm one of the spectators that watches your world. I'm sorry that I can't bring you guys to my world. I'm from South Korea, so I'd like to introduce about my world. Plus, I'm very good at literature too, lol. I'd like to believe that both my world and your world are real, and these two worlds are connected with my special computer and programs provided by someone, something. So cheer up. When you guys believe something is true, it is true. So I'd like that you guys believe about these two worlds like me. By the way, Natsuki, my favorite girl, always stay as you are. You know, always positive and active. Do not choose behaviors that can harm you. I want you to stay healthy and happy. Terry's doing it. That's what she said. Caught me off guard. Oh, hey, I kid around sometimes. You should see the way I like trolled back some of those trolls in the gay lesbian club comments. There's one guy who just the only comment was nah thanks, and I was replying to all the comments there, so I said okay, in a smiley face, and then they made some other inane comment, and I said okay, and they made another inane comment, and I said okay, like criticizing me over and over again, getting more and more mad, and I just responded with okay each time, and he kept at it for a long time, a surprisingly long time, and it just so I was like, I'm like, I can do this all, I can do this all gay, I can do this all okay, or something. It's like it takes no effort for me to keep applying that way. So hey, go ahead and knock yourself out. It just intentionally says something with adult undertones. That hasn't happened, I don't think. Willy Wonka Walter is a real line from Breaking Bad. It's a great moment. Okay. Love doing an okay loop, but do it with scammers. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I should try that next time we get a scam call. Anyway, moving right along. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be bragging publicly on a stream that's open to that anyone can watch about trolling back trolls, because I'm sure that I've put myself on a bunch of people's shit list by doing that, and people are going to want to get back at me somehow or something, in some way, because I don't know, that's just how the community operates, it seems. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think it's going to make me regret releasing GGLC, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Another Breaking Bad quote relevant to the stream: only the very best with just the right amount of dirty. Yeah, yep. I can agree that's relevant to the stream. Yeah, kind of like, like in Sayori Says No to Suicide. Like Natsuki and Yuri were just making cupcakes really noisily downstairs. That's all they were doing. What else could they have been doing? Like, it's the kind of thing. It's best to leave to innuendo. That's like I said before. I'll say it again. I think like innuendo and like taking advantage of censorship is it can be a goldmine for humor if you do it right. Anyway, moving right along. She's favors harmony. I want you to stay healthy and happy. Have a good day, guys, and please be noticed that a lot of people support Literature Club in my world, and my world has a dangerous virus called COVID-19. I guess that's supposed to say COVID. So you guys take care of your health just in case. Yeah, this came out in like this was like 2020 April, right? So this is COVID. Yeah. Yeah, April 2020. So this is like right when the pandemic started. Yeah. Gotta go watch the rest of the VOD later. Okay, see you, BG Sweet. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out. It's great to have you here. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. COVID-19. So you guys take care of your health just in case. Hey Nats, you are not only cute but also charming, attractive, and beautiful. Okay. Everyone keeps emailing Monica about me smoking. Look, you guys, like I told the club, it's fine. Chances of me getting sick from it in a virtual world have to be pretty low, I'd say. It's just something I'm trying, okay? I'm sure these jokers will drag me away from it, kicking and screaming if I get addicted or whatever. Uh-oh. Thanks for your support, and thanks for keeping Monica's spirits up. We're pretty safe from the Rona in here. The Rona. Yeah, I've heard that. Short for Corona. The Rona in here. We decided not to simulate the world-spanning plague benefits of being in a computer, you know? But you all stay safe out there, okay? And also, I am not cute. Why do you think manga isn't literature? Thank you, Natsuki, for getting me into some good mangas. Wow, everything's for Natsuki today. Well, they sent this to me, but from context, I guess it's for Yuri? Oh, so why do you think manga isn't literature? Yeah, well, I mean, the original game, nobody said manga isn't literature. I mean, I guess Yuri has that passing comment, not much of a reader, I guess, when MC says he likes manga. Monica likes to tease Natsuki by putting her manga on the top shelf, but nobody ever actually says it isn't literature. Oh well, anyway. Guess it's for Yuri. But just in case it was for me, I do think that manga qualifies, barely, as literature. Barely? Yep. And before I'm strangled to death, take it away, Yuri. Look, you have to draw the line somewhere. You can't just say, oh, literature is anything that tells a story. Hey, didn't we just play a video game in the previous episode? Because then literature could be holes punched in someone's wall, or someone coughing exaggeratedly. I think the most important thing about literature is that it is the written word. Yeah, and manga has written words in it. And manga, while it has a lot in common with literature, relies heavily, or even primarily, on visuals rather than the written word. Well, yeah, it's a combination of the two, but it's still literature, come on. Manga taught me to have an irrational fear of spiral patterns? So, by your definition, TV, movies, video games, theater, music, lyrics, none of this is literature? Because all of it has to do with other stuff besides words on a page? I would say that the extent that they are literature depends on the extent that their written content is viable without that support from other stuff. For instance, Hamlet is wonderful just as written words on a page. It doesn't need the theatrical production, and music lyrics often stand alone as good poems in their own right. But the writing of most TV, movies, and video games, I would say, do not do well when segregated from their respective media. Maybe some do, but most do not. And I would say the same is true of manga, which is why manga is, in my view, definitely not literature. Manga is literature! And we've re-entered a familiar territory. Let's move on. What now? Okay. Another long email. Okay. Uzumaki? Oh, okay. Old body horror manga. Oh, okay. Huh. Uzumaki. I'll have to look that up. Here. I'll make a note for later. Uzumaki. There. Note for later. Okay. Before I continue, I need to pee again. I will be right back. And I'm back. Maybe I was talking about giving MC a name, just call him. Yeah, I couldn't get it over with. All about a serious suggestion. Yeah. Did you give my MC a silly name like Quack? Sure. Anyway, before I get to the questions, I just want to say to Natsuki, just say Natsuki again, that no matter what, smoking is bad, but I'm not going to force you to stop if you don't want to. I just don't want anything to happen to you. Yeah, I guess the fact that she was smoking in the previous episodes just struck a nerve with people, or something. Anyway, want anything bad to happen to you? That goes for all of you. If you know that doing something is bad, then don't do it unless there's a rational explanation for it. But every bad thing has a possible negative effect in your lives. I can understand Natsuki's case, but there are other ways to stay relaxed. Hopefully nothing bad will happen to you, Natsuki. Yes, that's not your nickname. Deal with it. Question 1. What type of video games do you guys like and what's your favorite? Question 2. Why doesn't MC have a name yet? Since me, the player, no longer controls him like in the real game, why would he still be called that? Also, it's always been awkward to just call him MC. It's like you guys are talking about an organization than a person. Monica can probably just code in a new name for him, but if you can't, it's fine. Just give me answers, lol. P.S. I really felt bad for MC in episode 6, lol. Benjamin Franklin. Lenny face. Yes, the infamous cake episode. Anyway, 3 questions. Natsuki, you're up on the first one. Oh my god. This is honestly making me want to smoke more. Send in more stop smoking emails, guys. Pretty soon I'll be up to 2 packs a day. Lol, I'm out. MC in episode 6. Yeah, sure. Oh no, it's the same effect for the Natsuki, no, yeah. Like you're saying, oh no, the more you tell me to stop smoking, the more it makes me want to smoke. It's like it's like the same effect that people telling me to stop making characters gay has on me. You know, I joked before that every time every time someone tells me, makes some homophobic comment or tells me to stop making characters gay or whatever it is, I say, oh, that's it, I'm making the next one gayer. And now that I've made gay lesbian club, where I've just tried to max out gayness, and people are still making those comments, I'm like, well, man, I think my next mod is just going to have to be the girls just shouting gay at each other for 6 hours. Like, gay, 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 gay. And Sayori runs in going, gay, 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 gay. Or something. I just... let's see, how about I do anyway? Smoking is like writing gay fanfic, banger Tormy's opinion. W take. Yeah. I'm probably not going to actually do that. It could be funny though. In the right context. For that reason, I'll make my MC a bisexual Latina chain smoker. There you go. Perfect. Anyway, moving right along. Send in more stop smoking emails, guys. Pretty soon I'll be up to 2 packs a day. But wait, how many are you smoking now? Enough. Now. Benjamin Franklin, if that is your real name. If you ever call me Natsuki again, I will put out at least 4 of your vertebrae when you least expect. Pull out at least 4 of your vertebrae when you least expect it. At least 4. My literature club and mod will have a bisexual and a demisexual and a pansexual and a transgender person. Yep, there you go. That's, I mean, wait, are you talking about, are you actually talking about this mod? I mean, because GGLC had 3 lesbians pansexual, demisexual, and a transgender, trans woman. Yeah. Sounds very familiar. I wonder what it could be. Funky mode. Anyway, moving on. That's okay. This is unsettling. Maybe more. We'll see how I feel when I get there. Are you okay, Yuri? Why are you opening a window? To just need a little cool air. It's a little hot in here. Is you thinking of jumping out the window now? Okay, let's move on to the second part of the question, the video game one. As usual, me and Yuri are the stuffy ones that aren't hip with the kids when it comes to this. Hip with the kids? Sorry, who's ancient now? Also, what's this me and Yuri? That should be Yuri and I. Should be more grammatically correct. Oh well. Boomers! Yes. So my favorite video game is probably this indie game called Spy Party. It's been in development for a long time, but it's just excellent. It has themes that I find extremely appealing. Village Club is lesbian, no? Okay. You're literally the kids, haha, yeah. You're 18, Monica. Yeah. Carries my very strong recommendation. Anyway, other than that, Yuri and I are both very interested in visual novels for obvious reasons. Indie game for Spy Party, that's themes find appealing. Okay, I was hoping we would find out more about the game, but visual novels. We've already talked about Kato Shoujo and some mods for our own game. Other than that, I've been thinking maybe I want to be a lawyer if I ever get out of school, so I like the Phoenix Wright series. Oh, is that so? I think that's the first time she's talking about what she wants to do outside of school. She describes it later when another email asks her about it, I think. Okay. Although, I don't think it's a very accurate portrayal of the legal system. Maybe I should become a lawyer so I can write an accurate legal visual novel. Wow, thrilling stuff, Monica. Any other enthralling video game banter? I also really like this sort of visual novel called Long Live the Queen. It's really hard for a visual novel, though. Is it the Dark Souls of visual novels? You're really chomping at the bit to answer this one, aren't you, Natsuki? I am going to destroy this question when it's my turn. What about you, Yuri? Well, I've been playing the rest of the Walking Dead series that we started. It's been really interesting. Like Monica said, I'm very interested in other visual novels in addition to our own game. I think Hetero Boyfriend was very novel and cute. That's more about the birds, isn't it? I saw a bit of that game. Like all the characters are like pigeons or something. I haven't played it. I have no idea what it's like, but I think it's like a dating simulator thing where you're a bird just trying to seek out other birds. Yeah, weird bird visual novel can never appeal to Yuri. Yeah, there's another one I saw someone playing. There's something like I Love You, Colonel Sanders, something like that. It's a visual novel that's built. It's a dating sim that's built around Colonel Sanders, like from Kentucky Fried Chicken fame, and trying to win him over. And from what I saw, a surprising amount of work went into it. It was kind of interesting. Did Daylight put out a DVD dating sim, did they? Oh, really? I'm not familiar with that. Not Colonel Sanders? Almost forgot that existed. Anyway, moving on. Pitiful Boyfriend was very novel and cute. Other than that, Sarah's been getting all of us to play various Nintendo Switch games. She's really into those. It's true. I like all the Nintendo games. Zelda games are my favorite. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I played all the way through the original Legend of Zelda for the NES, which I think I did play once on an actual NES, like that my friend owned. But I also I played through the whole thing on emulated, and I've also played all the way through Link to the Past, the SNES version, also emulated. It's cool. It's a cool franchise. I also I always liked the Legend of Zelda cartoons. that were sometimes shown as like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, if anyone's old enough to remember that. There was yeah, it was it was like it was Super Mario Brothers a cartoon which had a framing device of like real life versions of Mario and Luigi, but sometimes I guess they had a guest writer in who did a Legend of Zelda thing, you know, the whole "excuse me, princess," that whole thing. Show is terrifying and very entertaining. I mean, I never seen. What are you talking about? Susha. I really liked the Legend of Zelda cartoons. It was I think I liked it better than the Mario Brothers one, to be honest. Even though they were supposed to be more of the focus in that series. But as if I've fond memories of it, but I never watched it. Yeah. Anyway, his like Link's catchphrase was well, excuse me, princess. whenever she complained about something he did. That was what I remember most about it. Anyway, that was a long rambling tangent. Let's move on. Zelda games are my favorite, but I also like Mario and Splatoon and Smash and Pokemon. I really like strategy games, so I'm mostly a PC gamer, though I do play on console a bit. Big fan of the XCOM series, and I also like all the grand strategy games by Paradox. Crusader Kings, Stellaris, that kind of thing. Yeah, I haven't played any of those, to be honest. But I like to think of myself as kind of a gaming omnivore. If it's good, I'll play it. Yeah. Yeah, same. I mean, I play a variety of genres. They haven't necessarily all been represented on my on my channel or anything, but did my boy come from that or from something else? My boy. What, a line, my boy? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyway, moving along. Finally, it's my turn. Okay, so first, this week I've been playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Great game, classic. Love what they did with Jesse in this version. Gotten weirdly back into Crypt of the Necro Dancer recently. Oh yeah, that's that game looks interesting. It's on my wish list. It's gone, it's on my wish list, and it's gone on sale low enough that I probably should have bought it like a few times over, but I keep passing it up because I've got too many other games that I've been meaning to play. But yeah, it looks cool. It's a rhythm game that takes place in a dungeon, basically, and so you have to dodge traps in the dungeon which move in a rhythm, so you have to you always have to be moving in time with the music in order to progress through the dungeon, that sort of thing. Yeah, it looks fun. It looks cool. It's not get the 100% lock it down Disco Elysium recommendation, but it's good. Okay. Cool. Anyway, moving on. It's fun to play, but it's more fun to watch people speedrun it. Oh yeah, I can see that. I mean, I can sort of imagine it's the kind of thing of someone who's got the rhythm perfect, going through it in perfect rhythm could look cool. Anyway, I love watching speedrunners. I'm no good myself, but it's really cool to see what other people can do. I guess I have a thing for slightly older games in general. Any of you guys out there ever play Crimson Skies for the original Xbox? The original Xbox? What? That's going back. I mean, when did the original Xbox come out? Like, if she's 18 now, Anyway, not ancient. Yeah. Are the old DOS space shoot? Whoa. Okay, that's going really back then. We're entering. Oh, Wing Commander TIE Fighter. We're going back to the 90s now. Yeah. So these are definitely from before Natsuki was born. Then. Anyway. Let's start wrapping it up, Natsuki. She's just a retro gamer. Sure, why not? Yeah, I Wing Commander TIE Fighter, I haven't played myself, but I've watched my older brother play. He was into them back in the day. Yeah, anyway. My extremely valid opinions need to be heard. I'm hoping to get the Literature Club to play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. So that is a fantastic game. That one's fun. I've played it a bunch of times. I do not get to play it enough. Yeah, it's basically a party game. Although you can play it like with multiple players over the internet potentially. But yeah, basically one player is at the computer and they have the bomb. They're trying to defuse a bomb, and the other player is talking to them. It could be in the same. The other player could be in the same room. It could be talking to them through Discord or whatever. It could be anything. Like they have the manual which tells them how to defuse the bomb, but the manual itself is written in a way to make it basically designed to be confusing and slow things down. And the bomb itself, like the modules that you have to defuse, are designed in a way which requires very clear communication. It's a really well put together game. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a teamwork game. It's a communication game. You have to be really good at communicating. You have to be very clear, or the bomb explodes, basically. I got into PC Gamer once for playing that game. He's told the I am hardcore world record. Oh, cool. Wait, what? Oh, wait, sorry, for PC Gamer. Yeah, PC Gamer the magazine. Yeah. It's just I'm just not clear on the I am hardcore world record. Is it? Sorry, I'm a bit out of touch. My younger brother used to have a regular subscription to PC Gamer, so I'm familiar with them. I'm aware of them. I'm hardcore's the last bomb and keep talking. Okay, I get it. Yeah. That's the one where one mistake and you die. Yeah, the hardcore mode. Whereas normally, if you make a mistake, it just accelerates the timer, so you have less time. Gamer did an article which talked about my playgroup. Oh wow, hey, they called us scarily competent. Oh, interesting. Went straight on my gaming resume. Ha, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I have seen. Like if you do a YouTube search for Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, like the first hit with millions of views is there's this bearded guy who has a whole team organized who are giving him information about the bomb, and they work like a well-oiled machine. You can tell they practice, and they were like super high difficulty level, and he's just like, he goes back and forth. He says, okay, you I need information about this, and I need information about this, I need information about this. Get ready, I'm gonna, okay, and they just and there's this back and forth, and they defused the bomb with less than 1 second left on the timer. And it was just this epic photo finish moment. It was it was pretty cool. Yeah, even if you're not familiar with the game, it's worth, it might even be worth looking up just to see. It's just mesmerizing seeing how well they work together. You can tell they practice a lot to get to that point. It's really cool. I am the person who had the entire manual memorized. Ha ha ha. Yeah. As soon as you said the guy with the beard, I was like, yep. Yes, Lieutenant Thomas. Yeah, I'm part of the team. Cool. Very cool. Yes, Lieutenant Thomas. That's the guy. Yeah. Yep. Scarily confident, indeed. Very cool. Okay, so that means we've probably heard your voice in that video then. That's pretty cool. Just have a domain named named Bomb Manual. Did you have? Yeah, cool indeed. Um, yeah. Hey. I mean, obviously, I will never claim to be as competent at the game as you are. I mean, but hey, it would be cool to play sometime. Add that to our to-do list or something. I mean, if you're interested. Agreed. Hey, cool. Anyway, moving right along. I need to proceed through this mod because we're 3 hours into the stream, and I'm presuming there's still going to be a scene where Natsuki and MC are baking together afterwards. Because that was supposed to come. Anyway, that game is hella fun with the right group, or maybe the Jackbox games ease them in, you know? I can't say I'm into strategy games like MC is. That kind of game just feels like having a job, you know? But for some people, that's just what they're into. Let's see. Oh, Maka, if you like Spy Party, you should play a game called Return of the Obra Dinn. Okay, I'm familiar with that one. That's like it's like a murder mystery thriller piece things together kind of thing. That's one of the grainy images. I don't really know the game. I mean, I saw a little bit of a playthrough and I said, oh, that looks interesting. I'm gonna turn that off so I don't get it spoiled. But it looks like an interesting game for what I've seen. Anyway, Return of the Obra Dinn. You'd love it. It's all about observation and deduction. Obra Dinn is my favorite game of the last 10 years. Again, not the 100% Disco Elysium recommendation, but it was a very direct hit on me. Huh. Cool. I think I have that on my wish list. I'm just okay. Let me just double check that. Obra. Oops. Excuse you. Obra. Turn of the Obra Dinn. Yeah, on wish list. Yep. It's already on there. Okay, anyway. Moving right along. Return of the Obra Dinn. You'd love it. It's all about observation and deduction. I'll check it out. And Yuri, you have to play this game that came out recently called Disco Elysium. It is so Yuri, it hurts. Sell it to me. Yuri using that colloquialism there. Play it, Yuri. Yeah. Your character's skills, like their logical analysis and their creativity and their lying ability, all those skills are NPCs. Oh, interesting. And they talk to you constantly and advise you. Sold. I thought you might like the idea. Okay, and also, I've become a ventriloquist. Because my mouth is still closed. Sorry. Natsuki. JRPGs, Darkest Dungeon, Red Dead 2, Elder Scrolls, Mass Effect, FTL, Slay the Spires, Portal, Rocket League, Sekiro. Yeah, okay, Darkest Dungeon, that's a good one. I actually have been streaming Darkest Dungeon lately. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet. I mean, well, I haven't played it at all. I haven't played the first one. Elder Scrolls. I've played the first two games. Like, I bought a suite of all 5 of them: Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. I played through Arena all the way to the end. I played Daggerfall up until a bug made it uncontinuable, and then I kind of gave up on that game. I installed Morrowind with the intention of playing it, and then I got caught up in other things. Oh, hey. First time chatter. Spooky Waters. Welcome to the stream. Did Yuri ever play Disco Elysium, Tim? She did. Canon. Yes. There you go. There you go. It word of God from Dev right there. Yuri played Disco Elysium. I'm gonna have to check that out too. Anyway, Mass Effect. I haven't played that. Heard good things about it. FTL. That's another one. I've played FTL a fair bit lately. Actually, I'm trying to get hard mode victories with each ship, which is a real challenge because I mean, it's a kind of game where even easy mode is difficult. It's kind of a challenge. I mean, until you get used to the ins and outs of the game. I actually have hard mode victories with every ship type except 2. The ones I'm missing are the Kestrel C ship and I think it's the Zoltan C ship. My most recent victory was the Slug B ship, I think it was. It's the one where your only weapon is a missile launcher and a healing bomb. You have no med bay, and you can only heal your people using the med bombs, the healing bombs, and like you have a teleporter, so you can beam your people over to the ship, but they're like slugs, so they aren't even good at fighting, and you're like really dependent on those healing bombs, which can go wrong. Like if they miss their target, they fail to heal you guys, and they might just die over there, and you don't have a med bay, so it kind of potentially like really easily screws yourself over. Basically, what I'm saying is it's a hard ship to win with. And I after many attempts, I finally did that just the other day. Just wanted to share that. Speaking of, I've been lurking for quite a bit. I kind of figured you'd been lurking. Just from the fact that you referred to Dev as Dev. Yeah. Some ships I just don't like using. Anyway. Yeah, Slay the Spire. I haven't played that one. I hear good things about it. Something to check out sometime, maybe. Portal is awesome. Very nice puzzle game. First-person view puzzle game. Very good. Rocket League, Sekiro. I'm not familiar with those. I think I saw someone play Sekiro. I think it's like a third-person view, kind of like Souls-like kind of game or something. I don't know. One Player 2 are so good. Yeah. True. Anyway, moving right along. Rocket League Sekiro something? Okay. I'm not familiar with it at all, so I can't comment on it. She's still going on. Even Line, Puzzle Pirates, Dead by Daylight, Super Hot, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2? Like what for the NES? That's like super retro. That's like back to the 80s. Yeah, Super Hot was good. I put that up on my YouTube channel not terribly long ago. Yeah, EVE Online, I'm aware of by reputation. I believe it's a game that was like kind of unfinished when it was released, and it was like it's basically endless open expanses of space to explore. But there isn't really, like when it was released, there wasn't much of interest to explore, and like now it has more content. But kind of when it was released, it was kind of a boring game, or that's what I hear anyway. Puzzle Pirates, never heard of that. Dead by Daylight, I'm aware of it. I guess it's a zombie game. I don't know about it. Stardew Valley, I commented on that one earlier. It held my interest long enough to do everything except the date simulator stuff, and then I gave up on it. Animal Crossing, I'm aware by reputation. I haven't played it. And yeah, Street Fighter 2 fighter game. I don't know if I ever actually played Street Fighter 2. I might have the ROM for it for my Nintendo emulator somewhere. So I try like to call the real-time Riz Master where you cannot slow down time. Oh, this been super hot. Like you have to beat a level at full speed. That would be tough. Yeah, I can see that being tough. Yep. It is a 4v1 killer versus survivors game. Pretty interesting. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Most toxic community in video games, though. Yeah. More toxic than the DDLC modding community? I find that hard to believe. I'm just joking, or am I? Anyway, it is frustrating, but yes, more toxic than DNT. Oh, damn. It is frustrating, but fun to actually accomplish. Cool. Is LOL, is that laughing out loud, or is that League of Legends? Anyway, moving on. Monica says she told you guys why I still call myself MC. I guess it's a reclaiming of the only name I've ever had. I wouldn't feel right to just call myself some random name or have Monica change it. I refuse to let this reality dictate my identity to me as much as I can. So, I guess it's my way of sticking my tongue out at the fact I live in a game. So, yeah, my name is MC. Always has been, always will be. I appreciate all the sympathy you guys have shown me about the Sayori thing, but I'll be fine, though, really. Well, that's quite enough for one day, I'd say. Let's clean up. Cool. Okay, everyone. Why is MC's mouth still hanging open? Right. Is that because his mouth was open in the last frame of the thing? Damn it. Yeah. It's so fabulous in this episode. It's probably, yeah. Okay, everyone. A few small pieces of business before we go. First, poems for next week. This week the prompt will be writing about a place that is special to you. And next, it's my week off this week. It's Yuri's turn to be acting president, I believe. I move that Yuri be elected acting club president and Monica be made acting secretary. Yeah, Monica, I'm not looking forward to this. Seconded. The motion is seconded. Any opposed? ... The motion carries. I'll be going then. See you guys next week. Not for Yuri. So, did you still want to walk home? Yeah, that's fine. I guess Natsuki will be walking with them. Hey, are we going to have, like, all four of them together? MC, Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki now? We'll just have to make it quick. I have plans with someone else. Natsuki's having you pay off that baking assistant debt you owe her, huh? And I've got someone to meet, too. But I'm really glad we still get to spend time together. Yeah, so am I. Sayori? Yeah? Is everything alright? Are we okay? Well... Of course we're okay, silly. Just because we have other people in our lives doesn't mean we're not okay. We have other people in our lives. Yeah, she's still, she's trying to act like MC and Natsuki are a foregone conclusion already here. There's a lot going on in April. Might have been some distractions. That is true. That is true. April 2020. Everything's fine. Now come on, we should get moving. Hey, over here. Hello, I'm Yuri. I suppose you already knew that, but it's nice to make formal introductions. This is still such a strange sensation, but it's fascinating to perceive you there without seeing you. So, I was just hoping to talk for a moment. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I have a question for you. I've wanted to ask it of you since this all started. How do you feel about what Monica did? Ooh. Let's see, okay, so we've got some options here. She's evil. It was a mistake that she's paying for. Understandable given everything. I love her and stand by her even through her worst moments. I'm going to save it before I make a choice here, just because. This has been our first choice this episode. Yeah, I'm not saying she's evil. That's evil's a human construct anyway. It's a mistake that she's paying for. I mean, sort of arguably. Like, is she paying for it? I mean, I don't know if she's paying for it quite as much as like other people did. I mean, you know, Sayori and Yuri kind of died painfully, and like Natsuki was starved half to death. I'm not sure what exactly Monica is. How is she paying for that exactly? I mean, she's watching people go through it again. Anyway, understandable given everything, or I love her and stand by her even through her worst moments. I guess I'm leaning towards understandable given everything. Although, honestly, is it understandable? I mean, like, really step back. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who can say really what kind of torturous feeling she went through? Like she talks about like the pounding in her head and endless noise of the code and yada and all that stuff. Um, like particularly when the game is off and so on, and she's still conscious and is unable to move, but is bombarded by constant noise. Uh, it's kind of a hellish, nightmarish existence. So like, it's like, who knows, like how anyone could, who could withstand that really, Anka can, and at some length last episode. But what am I saying here? Sorry, getting sidetracked, distracted. What I was trying to say is, like, yeah, I can understand maybe she wasn't thinking clearly, but it's sort of like her logic is very flawed. It's like I have a hard time seeing past that whole thing. Like, she claims that they're not real and they're just autonomous programs, even though they clearly react to situations that are in front of them that were not quote unquote intended as part of the original game. I mean, like, the plot of the original game is everything breaks down when Sayori dies, like because the game doesn't know how to continue without Sayori. But and like MC still freaks out and like, no, this can't be happening, and express the urge to vomit, and like, screw the literature club, my best friend just died, etc., etc. Like, he reacted with genuine emotion to seeing her dead. Like, my point is, like even MC, he reacts to goings on in the game, even though supposedly they're all supposed to be these autonomous programs that are just following a script or whatever. Like, they clearly have some measure of self-awareness. Like, the only difference is Monica is aware that they're in a game. And throughout Act 2, like, Yuri and Natsuki repeatedly express that they know something's going on. They know that Monica has some connection with what's going on, but they don't have all the pieces. So basically, like, Monica's whole view through that whole thing, it just comes across short-sighted to me. But again, nightmarish situation, yada yada yada. Maybe it's understandable. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be able to think logically in those circumstances either. So anyway, this is long, rambly explanations for getting out. But I think I'm gonna go with understandable given everything, all things considered. Anyway, moving on. I agree. It was terrible, of course. Because of that, I've had to experience stabbing myself fatally through the chest a number of times now, which I do not care to repeat. Not to mention watching all those terrible things happen to my friends, and that terrible invasive feeling of my personality being tampered with. But I think it's very easy to see why she did it, and to understand why she thought that what she was doing was not that big a deal. It made sense at the time to her. And despite all of that, she never even got what she was looking for out of it. And she did all of that for nothing. And then she realized what she had done to accomplish that nothing. Sorry, it just occurred to me. Did I, okay, just... Sorry, Just momentarily second guessing myself if I put a link to the mod in all my usual places. Okay, anyway, moving on. I mean, not a link to my mod. A link to the stream in all the usual places. I mean, even though I'm like 3.5 hours into this thing. Anyway, she realized that what she had done to accomplish this, that is a terrible fate. So I've always been very sympathetic to Monica, and it's wonderful that you feel the same. Not everyone can free themselves of their tendency to condemn. It's very easy to react to something horrifying and be becoming horrible yourself, you know. People are really at their worst when they've been hurt or attacked. It takes a special kind of person with a special kind of strength to be kind and understanding to the people who hurt them. I understand now why Monica cares so much for you. She's very lucky. And so are you. Oh. That's neat. Root Scalamander, hey, welcome to the stream. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I am presently playing Club Meetings, which is a mod for the Doki Doki Literature Club. I dare say it's a very well written mod. I actually have the dev of the mod in chat there, so that's pretty cool too. Yeah, how have you been? How's it going? Haven't really been around Pud's server a whole lot, to be honest. But I've dropped in on their streams a couple times. I gave them a raid not too long ago. Pretty yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, is better than bad, I suppose. Let's hope it gets better, I guess. Anyway, moving right along. Where was I? Through you. I should probably be going. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And thank you for being a good friend and sort of sixth member of our literature club. I'll see you around. They banned me from stream and server because I forgot to not reply. Oh, that. Oh, really? Were they really that strict about that rule? Yeah. I know there was that rule, like, don't ping people unless you have express permission to ping. And I know Puds themselves is pretty strict on that kind of rule. So yeah, I was pretty upset. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, I hope you have the option to appeal later on. I don't know. Maybe give it some time and maybe you can appeal to them to let you back. I mean, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. No, I tried. They denied it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I waited 4 months before I appealed. Oh, really? It's been that long, eh? Huh. Well, I don't know. I mean, in the meantime, I guess hang out in my stream. I have my own server. I mean, my server is dedicated to my DDLC mod, but I mean, people are free to talk about whatever there. Been about 6 months, I think. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Getting distracted again. Yeah, Natsuki and MC are baking. Let's see. I'm supposed to mix this thoroughly and then add the chocolate, I think. I wonder if... Hey, bitch boy, where's the flour mixture? It's right here. I would prefer not being called bitch boy. Well, you can go on preferring, because until we're done this evening, your name is bitch boy. You're supposed to call me Chef Natsuki, but I guess we can dispense with that. So consider yourself fortunate. This doesn't have the chocolate in it. I was just about to add it. Damn it, bitch boy, we're never going to get anything done at this rate. Focus change fail. Now go forth and stir in the effing chocolate. You got it. Excellent. Good work, bitch boy. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, you don't know me any apology. No, it's sort of a running gag at this point. I mean, I'm 3.5 hours into the stream, and I've probably played 2 hours worth of mod here because I I've been getting sidetracked like crazy, left and right, like constantly, like every episode of this so far. I'm 8 episodes deep. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. Now let's get to portioning. Phew. Okay. Now we have to make sure we have our frosting ready at the exact time that the cakes are ready. At what point is Natsuki going to bring up Sayori, I wonder? Otherwise, it won't adhere properly. You picked kind of a difficult recipe for this, didn't you? Yeah, this one probably isn't feasible for one person, so I had to pick a time when I'd have a helper to try it. You know, you don't have to wait for me to owe you to ask for help. I'd be happy to help you out with baking whenever you need it. Bitch boy aside, baking with you is actually a lot of fun because you know what you're doing. Ah, thanks. I do try. Alright, let's get ready to finish this off. And there we have it. Perfection. Thanks for all your help, MC. Definitely could not have done this without you. MC? You awake there, buddy? Yeah? Sorry, I'm just really tired. Been a long day. MC lays his head down on the kitchen counter. Just gonna rest my eyes for a bit. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, you. Natsuki begins pulling on MC's arm. Can't sleep here. Let's get you upstairs. She's gonna carry him up now. Let's show off Natsuki's super strength. Did they even talk about Sayori? Wasn't that the whole point of this meeting here? MC plops down onto his bed. Night, Natsuki. Good night, MC. Did I do a good job? You did a great job. Natsuki ruffles the top of MC's head. Get some sleep now, okay, champ? Mm-hmm. Sayori's right. He is pretty cute. And he's single and competent in the kitchen. And Sayori wouldn't mind if we got together, right? She'd encourage it. Nah, bad idea. Stop letting his cuteness wreck your brain. He really does belong with Sayori. Never seen two people who obviously belong together. They did so during the cuts, or Natsuki got so focused on baking that she forgot? Oh, so we're establishing that they talked about it, but we didn't see it. Okay, it's for you, the reader, to decide. Okay. I mean, in this context, it sort of feels like she just forgot to talk about it. And use the machete to cut through red tape? Yeah, anyway. Sayori's just being weird right now. Also, it'd be kind of weird to date him. Kind of like dating your brother at this point. Ugh. I have to get them back together. For their sakes. Tomorrow. Then, the plan to get him back with Sayori begins. That's all for now. Remember, Monica awaits your emails at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. Thanks to Camping Carl again. Contribute to community assets, credits. That's it. The way you said it reminded me of short skirt, long jacket of a cake. Oh, okay. Let's get a mind like a diamond. And see you next time. Well, there you go. That is the end of episode 8. Cool. All right. Alright, I'll read that. Okay. Mind like a diamond. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll have to listen to that song again. It's been forever since I heard that song. But yeah, that's I think that brings us to the end of our stream today. I'm kind of really tired right now. I probably should just skip doing a raid. I mean, they've got 7 people. It's got a decent sized audience. I just After Zero is playing Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. That's the new one that just came out. I mean, You know, what the hey? Let's give him a raid. Just to keep that theming going. We were talking about Legend of Zelda and all the different versions earlier. What the hell? What the hey? What the hell? What the hey? Yeah, give him a raid. And I have to come back to that to that Pride mod thing, GGLC. I mean, it's I'm sure there's a big pile of comments. I skimmed one of them earlier, and it's really painfully obvious that the person is being really disingenuous because they're complaining about me going after feminists, and they're talking about delineations of branches of feminism. It's like, oh, for goodness sake. Like, I was really clear. I was talking about gender critical feminists. Like, sorry, they are a hate group. TERFs, gender critical, whatever you want to call them, they're a hate group. Like, they built their identity around hating trans people. That's their thing. Like, I don't know. They're just the argument going on. There's like, what did I get myself into? I mean, I had a feeling it might come up. Who knows? Maybe I'll attract the eye of Rowling, and she will send a big pile of people at me too. My comments on that subject. But yeah, the stream, especially sticking through this longer one. Yeah. Feminism appropriating reactionary transphobes, or what I like to call them. F-A-R-T. Well played, well played. But it's, I mean, it is actually a fitting term, though. I mean, they do appropriate feminism. Like, they use the language of feminism to spread their transphobia. So, and they are reactionary. So it actually is a perfectly suitable term in circumstances. Instead of a non-exclusionary radical feminist, it's a nerf for nothing. Yeah. 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 I don't know. It's not like all the negative comments are still pouring in. I mean, it's possible that the trolls and so on are going to lose interest. I mean, like, if you take away all your assumptions about the politics of it or whatever, it's still ridiculous that people are getting so hung up about a piece of fanfiction. Like, guys, pick your battles. Pick your battles better, guys. Like, why are you fighting over this? If you don't like the mod, go play another mod. Like, but they you know, they're in this state of, I don't know, they feel like they have to prove me wrong, and they have to, I don't know, they don't like being told that they're in the wrong. They don't like being told that they're, you know, like, it's I don't know. They just want to be. They want something they can feel self-righteous about. In fact, Nerf, as used by Hasbro's foam toys, predominantly in the shape of darts, is an acronym. Oh yeah. Stands for non-expanding recreational foam. Huh. You learn something new every day. That's cool. I was not aware of that. Non-expanding recreational foam. Yeah, that fits. That's kind of neat. Yeah. Anyway, that long rambling rant was just me just saying, like, I'm just fed up with this just silly reactions and arguments that are going on in response to my Pride mod. Like, yeah, they released a Pride mod for Pride Month. Like, yes, I knew there was going to be some negative reaction. It just got ridiculously overblown, and maybe I should just stop responding to it. Maybe I should stop egging them on, and so on. we'll see. We'll see how I feel when I look at the comments again. I'm sure there's a big pile of them now by now. But yeah, that's I think that's all for now. Let me just I did say I was going to raid after 0. Let's just pull that up there. Make sure that's on the screen. Yeah, after 0 being another Doki Doki Literature Club like mod streamer. So yeah. I made the comment the other day that I don't think he likes me much. I mean I probably shouldn't say such things in public, and I'm gonna start rumors. It's just a feeling I get. You know, he's just been sort of a little standoffish in some of our interactions, which made me go, I don't know. It's not like he's said anything particularly like he hasn't said anything hostile or anything. I mean there was an argument about ships one time. Which got uncomfortable. Hopefully he doesn't hold a grudge. I don't know. But I don't know. He's fun to watch. I've enjoyed watching some of his streams occasionally. So yeah, let's give him a raid. That's all for now. Until next time.